No, Ted's telling us that he had never had a bad child and never had a bad Christmas, right?
I never said that. I said bad Amazon.
I thought we were doing this without headphones on.
Oh no, I didn't have my hats.
Yeah, none of us had our headphones on.
Jackie and I are like, what's going on?
You're gonna raw dog it? No, I don't think you do it. I don't think you do that with a podcast, though.
No, I think it'd be so. You had good Christmas. You had bad Christmases, but never a bad Amazon.
I've had non-existent Christmases, but so far a decent Amazon experience when ordering stuff and receiving it in a timely manner.
Have you honestly not gotten gifts at Christmas when you were a kid?
I mean, I didn't really celebrate Christmas because I'm not.
Say it. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. So, wait. So
Can't believe you went there.
You're so not Jewish now. Like I no one would ever guess it.
Yeah.
Did you celebrate?
Yeah, I mean, my kid growing up, they like Christmas. Of course, we had the tree, but every day. I mean, these days with kids,
if you have the tree,
every day
you're
is like
supposed to get presents.
Every day is like Christmas.
Yeah, but
right?
that's bullshit.
They want an iPad, iPod, MacBook, stuff.
But
wait, did you write letters? Did you write letters to Santa or Silvio?
No, I wrote letters to female serial killers in prison asking for their
I promise, if you wrote them to Silvio, you would have gotten every gift, Ted.
Oh my God!
I'm writing a mentally ill man who thinks he's Santa Claus, who lives in a homeless shelter.
Are you my Santa?
That would that would be so scary to me.
I'm your Huckleberry. It's okay.
If your parents, let's just say your parents, and there's tons of different things all across the world for Christmas. Here I got a funny one. But if your parents just made some shit up like Festivus or whatever it was, if they
Festivus
just
for the
had
rest
some
of us.
some weird thing, and it's like, so what do you do? Oh, you write letters to this guy, like for presents? No, we don't do presents. You're like, what the fuck?
Like Jehovah's Witness.
That's the worst.
I know. I had two friends of mine in grammar school. They were twins. They were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like we would have St. Patrick's Day parties if the school day was on St. Patrick's
no
Day.
Halloween.
It was like Shomer Shabbos.
No
I don't turn on a
Halloween.
stove. I don't handle money.
Anytime somebody had a birthday party in the classroom, they couldn't do anything like that. It's like,
no birthdays.
So what do they like? Remove them from the classroom?
yeah, they would have to leave the classroom.
Like,
Well, as long as their mom didn't find out,
not
they were fine.
not detention, but like just
Yeah, it was just like that. Yeah, just you got to get
like
out.
quarantine them in a separate area. While
it's
the
just
festivities
such a weird.
commenced.
It's just such a weird thing where you don't celebrate anything.
Yeah.
It just seems really a bummer.
So-
But I got this one. So one of the girls I worked with at the golf course, she was from Spain. Okay, and this is their thing, and they did it. She told me about it, and I looked it up, and I didn't believe it. It's called the Catalonia pooping log. I'm not messing with you. You can look it up. Get online immediately. Stop this show if you're listening and look it up. Catalonia pooping log. This is what happens. You get about a 2-foot long log. You dress it up, okay, and you feed it. The kids feed it scraps of food, and during the presents, the day on Christmas, it poops presents.
What does?
The log.
What log? What's a log?
The Catalonia pooping log. That's what they dress up a log. A
How
piece
do
of
you
wood.
feed a
It's a
log?
piece of like a log cabin, but
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's a log without the cabin.
Yeah, so they cover it up. They cover it up with like a blanket after they dress it up. And then the kids leave, and they feed it food, and the kids leave. And then one by one, the kid lifts up one kid comes in at a time, and he lifts up the little thing that they put underneath the blanket. And underneath it is a present. And they open it up.
So is it like?
And then the next kid comes in, feeds it, they leave. The parents put the
it's
present
like
underneath.
Elf on a Shelf.
Like, this thing
with the
shits
gags.
presents.
Yeah.
A log that shits presents. Yeah. Is that crazy?
It's like the giving tree.
Yeah, it's called
Different.
it's called Cagatillo. That's their thing.
All right, well,
When I heard that, I thought she was fucking with me.
that's interesting. That's interesting. Out of all things that could represent Christmas, a log. That's an interesting.
That craps presents. Yeah. And so she's talking to me, right? And I'm at the golf course and nobody's there, and I'm literally on the computer immediately. I'm just like, yeah, okay, bullshit. Yep, there it is. And they show thousands of pictures of logs, very, very nicely made up. Yeah, and then they tell you how it works.
So do they believe in Santa, or do they just believe that the log brings their presents?
You know what? That I didn't get. I was laughing so hard at the pictures and the story, and she's so into it. I mean, this is their really big thing, and so I'm trying not to be rude about it. As I'm just like, because I think she's messing with me. She's from Spain. She's kind of funny, right? And she does kind of mess with people. And I'm like, this has got to be bullshit, man.
Wow, I never heard of that.
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
Yeah, so every day that we just have a man who weirdly comes down a chimney and sneaks into your house and gives you presents.
When you really think about it that way,
Accosts your mom,
I mean,
kisses her.
well, when you think about it that way, you know what I mean? Like a guy coming into your house.
Yeah.
When
The log seems safer, right? The log seems way safer.
Lot safer.
Yeah.
Lot safer.
Mark, you doing your TED
I
impersonation?
have an intro, and I've been practicing it for a week, and I'm still a little bit nervous about doing it. So that's why I'm distracted. I was looking at it on my phone, which Matt caught me.
Oh, okay. So let me do a few quick updates, and then we can get to your intro then. Because I don't want you to freak out.
I do have one Santa joke, but it's a little crude. You want to hear it?
Yes, of course I want to hear it.
So how do you know that Santa's a man?
This is gonna be good. Go ahead. I have no idea.
Okay, he shows up late, he empties his sack, and he eats all your cookies. That's a good one, right?
Jesus Christ!
And then he leaves, and he just leaves. he gives you the Irish good. He gives you the Irish goodbye.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's all weirdly true though.
That is terrifying. All right, so a couple of quick updates, and we got a lot of stuff that I've kind of left out, and then a lot of stuff from the last couple shows. You guys remember last week? I think I told you the woman running for president in Russia against Vladimir Putin.
She gone?
Yep.
Yeah, she committed suicide. She actually cut herself into pieces and then threw those pieces off of a bridge. But she did leave a note, and it said, "This is all my fault. No one did this to me." Yeah.
Sounds about right.
That's convenient.
Yeah, and then I think
And her handwriting was still better than mine.
Case closed.
and I think I might have mentioned this, but Michael Chambers emailed me again today to ask me when the show that he was on is going to be online.
I would,
Do you respond?
well, the answer is you should tell him.
I didn't have a chance to. I've been super busy. We did a show on Thursday and today's Monday, so I saw it and I was like, oh hey, I thought, you know what? For just a second, I thought he was going to tell me that the Olympics called or something, because I've been bombing social media with Michael Chambers and the Olympic stuff. I was really excited. I thought he was going to say, "Listen, this worked."
I don't
This
know.
happened.
I feel bad that he hasn't listened to the show yet. It was like
Yeah.
a month ago. He doesn't know that it's aired. It's still streaming. I shouldn't say aired. It's out there.
When
Oh,
you
yeah.
you send him the link, all he has to do is click on it.
I sent him the link twice. I sent him everything because then he sent me. I sent it to him right away, and then like a week later, he told you he emailed me and said, "When's it coming out?" I said, "Dude, already done." I think I mentioned like we do it right away that night. So in case you have any regrets, it's too late, right?
You should tell him
I
we're
have
busy.
regrets.
We're busy editing it and working on the film part of it.
Right.
Oh no.
We're editing the video and the audio still.
We're working on the movie rights.
Which if anybody knows, Matt writes a letter to every guest saying we don't edit and we don't do video.
Right.
Yeah.
And every guest always asks, "When are you going to send me the video?"
Yeah. And so a couple people have
Have you
asked,
done
that,
editing?
You're going to edit that one part out, right? And I'm like, yeah, no, don't know how. Can't do it. Wish I could. Can't do it. Yeah.
It's just out there.
Yeah. So with the swearing stuff, we did get a couple of people right away sending us stuff. Olivia from Queensland, Australia, said they have a funny swear. They say dads. If somebody's being, I guess, goofy, they say dads. And this means dumb as dog shit.
I like the acronyms better. I like the acronyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. Roland from Dublin said he went to Ethiopia for a year working with Doctors Without Borders. I assume he wants everybody to know that he's a doctor, right? And he learned, and he didn't send me, one person sent me his pronunciation, so I don't know how to say this. Silbabat. It means, ready? This is pretty bad in Ethiopian. It means you are the fatty layer on my warm milk. Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
Silbabat.
Silbabat.
Sounds like whale shit.
I think Silbabat was in Star Wars.
What
Wasn't
a
he-
funny
wasn't
way
he
to
in that,
break bad
bar?
on someone.
Yeah.
You're the fatty layer.
I guess it's a combination of something good and bad, but I don't know which part is bad and which part is good.
Yeah.
Warm milk is disgusting, and the fatty layer sounds disgusting.
A lot of people find warm milk like comforting, and they drink it before they go to bed.
That's not still a thing. There's no way.
God, I can't even drink
I've never-
milk. I like milk, but I don't drink it a lot.
When's the last time anyone had
I used
milk?
to drink milk.
We used to drink like
Who
gallons
drinks
of milk a
milk?
day.
I mean, I gave up milk and soda. It's got to be damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've-
20 years I haven't had milk or
Milk
soda.
and cereal, milk and anything.
I'll
Oat
have
milk.
cereal like once a month.
See, I've been having
milk.
that. I've been having granola.
Count Chocula?
Like some really good like peanut butter and chocolate granola with oat milk.
I love oat milk.
And it's the chocolatey milk I like at the end.
At the end, yeah.
Oh my God.
Does it
I
remind
miss
you
that.
of like Count Chocula.
Chocula.
Or what's the Yoo-hoo, the Yoo-hoo milk? It's like the strawberry and the chocolate. That was actually pretty
We
good.
never really got that.
Yeah.
No,
we did
that
like
was,
our Count Chocula.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Count Chocula, Frankenberry,
Frankenberry.
Booberry?
Blueberry
Blueberry.
just wasn't as good.
Yeah.
But a combo of Count Chocula and Frankenberry.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I probably went to school like in like an insane sugar rush. Yeah, after
What's
that
it?
combo.
Honeycomb, not Cheerios, but like it would look like a honeycomb. Yeah, just
that was-
honeycomb.
Yeah.
No, those had no flavor though.
No,
I think they
it was
tasted
sweet.
pretty.
It was sweet.
I think I think it was honey flavored, but loaded in sugar.
What was the
so
one
it
with
tastes
the
like
What was the
sugar.
one with the frog on it? There was like a little.
Sugar Smacks?
Sugar Smacks.
Oh man,
I never had any of those.
dude,
It's like you can just eat it with. It's like crack. Right?
I
You
know
just
it's-
open the box
yeah.
and just eat it.
I know
Cereal
it is
talk.
as bad for you as humanly
And
can
yet
be.
it
cereal.
was so good.
Yeah. Captain Crunch.
Captain
I mean,
Crunch.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, Crunch Berries
Crunch-
and peanut butter,
Yeah.
Captain Crunch. You put the two of them together, and I would kill you if you touched my cereal.
You guys are rich, man.
No, that was that. Mark,
We never ate cereal.
Mark,
The
I ate
cereal
that
we
shit.
had,
I ate that shit when I bought my own cereal.
I ate the government cereal. That's what we had.
Government cheese.
No, what?
No, government. Oh, we had government cheese too.
Jackie,
that was awesome.
Jackie, we had
Big
Rice
block
Krispies,
of American cheese.
Rice
Rice Krispies,
Krispies.
and cornflakes.
And
Yeah.
sometimes
But you
Cheerios.
got to add sugar.
Cheerios.
You got to add sugar to that. But
Plain-
the other ones that had the sugar
Yeah.
preloaded in them,
Yeah.
tons
But
of
then
sugar.
it was just like 4 scoops of sugar. It was just
and then the milk would
so-
turn,
Yeah.
and then the little powdered stuff from the sugar from the
Be all over the
would,
bottom.
would turn in the milk, and then you would have sweet milk
Yes.
and the cereal, and it would be mega sugar. It would be like an ingestion of sugar, like
How did
a
we
turkey
get,
baster of
yeah.
sugar injected into you.
You know, it's no wonder that we ran around like crazy people all
Right,
the
we
time
were
when we were
sugared up.
kids. Yeah, we were just it was like crack cocaine.
Yeah.
It's like elephant ears.
And kids today don't get to eat that shit, right? I mean, they
No.
don't get all the stuff, so they sit on their fat asses and do nothing. All right, so
Childhood
we've-
obesity is a
Listen,
problem.
we've learned a valuable lesson. Get your ass to the store and buy your kids shitty cereal if you want to run around like psychopaths. Yeah. Let's see. Amelia from Quebec City says they use the word tabernacle, which is a form of tabernacle. It's the French Quebec word for fuck.
Oh.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, and
Oh, for tabernacle's sakes.
tabernacle.
Tabernacle
Tabernacle.
sakes.
Yeah, that's just like
You're bringing
yeah.
tabernacle
That's
back
way
versus
too many
sexy,
syllables.
versus sexy back.
It's
Okay.
not, it doesn't even flow. You
Listen,
know, it's like what Catherine was saying. It's lost in translation. It's like
Yeah, when it's a different
there's
language.
no emotional attachment to it. They know. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
some of the
that was really
German
interesting.
words I was looking because I kind of looked it up when people sent me this stuff because I wanted to see if it was real. So Germany has some crazy long.
Wait,
long
what about
swear words?
Schweinhund? I've heard Schweinhund's bad.
Teddy, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's be real careful saying foreign swear words that we don't know what they mean.
I don't know what that means.
Because we would not like to profile anyone. Yeah, and get shut down. And the last one, Elena from Chicago says the Greek have a very funny curse word. Okay, namo klasis taxerida, and it means fart on my balls. Okay. And that's the translation, fart on my balls. And what it actually means is you're useless. And she says her grandfather and father say it all the time, and her family can't stop laughing every single time.
So it's not
Every
really,
single
so it's not
time.
really offensive. I mean, if you say something that's so
It's
silly,
just useless. I think it just means useless,
Yeah.
but it's a big word. And she
Yeah.
says,
Like tits on a bull.
yeah,
lipstick on a
Remember,
pig.
Dad used to say his dad, his grandfather was called Zilch.
yeah,
They called him Zilch because he was
Worthless.
useless.
worthless.
Worthless,
Yeah.
yeah.
Zip.
Not his dad, his grandfather.
Zip.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? I thought that was just so funny. So, let's see. We do have some movie mentions that people have been sending me, and I wanted to save them for here.
Wait, what do you mean? They're sending you movie mentions?
They're sending-
requests.
No.
Okay.
You feel betrayed.
Calm down, Mark.
I think
Calm
Mark.
down.
I think Mark was just. I think Mark
No,
was
because
just. I
Ted
think
was starting a trend. He goes, "Oh, I got a movie you should mention." I'm
Mark-
like, that doesn't work that way.
Mark just. I think Mark just got betrayed.
doesn't work that way, motherfucker.
You know, betrayal's a bitch, Mark.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah, Namo Classy Tax Rita. So let's
Tabernacle.
see. Richie from North Carolina said, "The Secret Life of Walter Mitty."
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, he said it was Ben Stiller's best movie. And ready, he said, "This is a movie you will laugh and cry with."
That was a movie that is on my list, but I'm not going to do it now. And I swear to God, I love that movie. I could watch it over and over again. He's exactly right.
Yeah, it's just. I think it's his best movie of all time.
I think it's up there.
Yeah. I think it's Ben Stiller's best.
I think
movie.
it's a great movie. Period.
Yeah.
There's so many scenes. He's so right in that.
Oh yeah, Timo from.
Oh, and Sean Penn's in it, of course. So.
Oh yeah, he's the owner, right?
No, he's the photographer for Kodak.
Photographer. Timo from Lublin, Poland says Zathura, a space adventure. It has a lot of A-listers. It's science fiction. He says Matt will like it. It's 2005, but it holds up very well.
What's it called?
Zathura, a space adventure.
I think it's a porn.
That one I didn't look up.
A lot of probing.
I didn't look up any of these movies.
It is about probing.
Chastity. I don't know if I did this wrong. It seemed like she spelled chastity.
Wait, What's going on here?
She's just saying
Listeners
some
are
of
giving their movie mentions now.
Yeah,
Yes.
some of the things
It's
that they
that
said.
popular.
And what do we
Mark.
do with
It's
this
okay.
information? What are we supposed to do with
Competition
this?
is good,
This is
Mark.
just for
Competition is
people.
good. Yeah.
This is just for people out there, so if they want
Oh,
something.
this will not stand.
Mark's so offended.
I've only got 2 more.
Mark, you're not the belle of the ball anymore. Sorry.
A 2010 film called Super. It's very violent, very gory, and stars Rainn Wilson as a powerless superhero. And she says it's definitely a mentionable movie. And let's see. What is this one? Oh, Kitty. I think this is his name. Her name? Kiddi? Kitty?
Kitty, yeah, Kitty.
The Salesman. It's a 2016 movie. They say it's an Iranian film that gives people a look into the life of middle-class people living in Tehran. It's a little dark. It's very real. The director, Ashghar Farhadi, did 2 other films, A Separation and About Ellie, and they're very good. It's available on Amazon Prime, he says. And they say, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, open your minds, check it out. There's a lot of stories in the world.
Ashgar?
I
think we golfed with him before. What's his last name?
Ashghar Farhadi.
Farhadi, your buddy Farhadi.
That is not Farhad's name.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Farhad. So there's a lot of movies out there, and people are very excited to share what.
No, I like. I'm just.
They
busting
like your
chops.
mentions.
Yeah,
Your movie
good.
mentions.
I like mentioning it.
Yeah, and then Pete, my buddy Pete, can't stop. He's seen
Well, that's because
every.
Pete and I are separated at birth, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete has seen every
dig
movie that you have mentioned, and
Yeah.
he loves them all.
Yeah.
And he keeps telling me, he goes, it's really popular. You should keep doing it. And I'm like, yeah. I go, I get to hear Mark saying that all the time. I got it. I completely and totally have it. All right, so you know what? We should probably get this thing rolling and let people know what we are, who we are, and why we're here. Marquise.
Hola, amigos, y bienvenidos al podcast de los verdaderos tres idiotas. Mi nombre es Mark y conmigo, como siempre, está Matt y Ted. Jackie se une hoy este programa especial. Hola, Matt. ¿Cómo está?
Holy dog shit.
Gracias. Cállate la boca. Ted, ¿qué pasa, hombre?
Sí.
Órale, Jackie, gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Bienvenido.
Hola?
Yes, welcome.
Here. Oh, my favorite line from my favorite movie, Vaya con Dios, amigo, which I just think means go with God.
Bienvenido. Bienvenido.
Are you
Welcome.
God damn.
I wish I spoke Spanish. That was
Yeah.
good.
I wish I
was
spoke anything. Anything
Yeah,
other. I mean,
anything.
English and anything else, just so I could go up to those people and have them talk and me know what they're saying.
Right. It's like being a fly on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be really cool. Just to hear all the terrible things people say about me.
I'm
as
going back to
standing
school to become fluent in Spanish.
Sounds like you
I'm
already
getting
are.
my degree.
Good for you.
there. Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to go back.
I've said that.
I got inspired. A friend of ours, she's a bartender at Nono Pino's. Becky just got her degree. She went back. She was at Northeastern when I was there. And she went back 2 years ago. She was actually taking classes there physically, going to school. And she's graduating the day before her daughter graduates from high school. They're actually graduating on the same weekend.
Wow, that's
She
really
went
cool.
back and got her degree.
Yeah, that was something because I wanted to do because I was teaching in a Spanish-speaking area and always wanted to do it, and just never got
Didn't
to do
you
it.
like need an ESL endorsement in some schools? Like if you're a teacher, you need
Yeah,
ESL
but that's
endorsement?
just how to teach people who don't speak English better.
right.
Yeah, so it doesn't have anything to do with.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
like being bilingual or anything. Yeah, if you're a bilingual teacher, that means you have to be fluent
I
in
see.
another language.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
So, all right, it's tipping time, right? All right, this is very exciting. So let me get to our sponsor, and then it's tipping time.
Wait, who's doing the tip?
I'm saying it very strangely, right? Yeah, because we don't know.
Oh, I got a song.
Yeah, we don't know who's doing the tip. Yeah, why didn't I sing? I should have been singing. That's all right. A holiday message from the Republican Party. While it seems like the last few months have been a little less than ideal, we'd like to focus on the positives of the 2023 year. In the last year, we've done everything humanly possible to alienate the entire LGBTQ 2+ kg community, thanks to one line in a 3,000-year-old book. Kudos go out to Tommy Tuberville, who's single-handedly holding back over 400 military appointments for over 6 months, proving once again that one person can disrupt the entire political system if they have a personal axe to grind. The new Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, with the help of his 17-year-old son, has finally kicked his porn addiction. And I can tell you, it's no easy feat. But all of that pales in comparison to the hard work, grit, and determination of the Ohio Republicans showed last month. Despite an overwhelming majority of Ohio citizens voting to keep abortion access legal in their state, the Ohio Republicans have stepped up and are aggressively doing their best to overturn the will of the people, ignoring their wishes and desires. Those are just a few of the wonderful things your Republican Party has done for you in 2023. And we at the Republican Party look forward to moving you backward in 2024.
Wow.
I had a little axe to grind there. Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
Wow.
yeah, it was a little tiny.
Yeah. Sometimes there was like I had a little personal vendetta vibe on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed. I told Jackie that's to me. I feel like that's the greatest thing I've ever written in my life. I've had this sitting there for like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Hey, the will of the people. We voted for you. Oh no,
Is that insane? That is the craziest thing. After they voted, and they said no, we want to keep abortion access in our state. The Republicans immediately went about trying to undo this.
Vote them out.
Yeah, and listen, it's backfiring.
They're worried about it, yeah.
It's backfiring on them hugely. But what a weird thing to do, right? I mean, I looked it up, I think there's like 85 people in the Senate for Ohio, in their state Senate. Those 85 people are trying to disrupt over, I think 7 million people voted.
Yeah, well, it's like the Supreme Court disrupting the will of millions of people where it's like, and here's the thing, is this the hill you want to die on? I mean, out of all the things that people, people want, they want health care, they want more money in their paycheck, they want less taxes. I mean, is this the one, why would you pick this topic, which, affects a decent amount of people, but not certainly not the majority of people. No. Why is this the one that you're so
it sets us back 50 years.
But I'm saying, why is this the one you're so hyper-focused on?
Yeah.
because of some inane religious belief?
I think it's the money coming in.
From who?
There are a lot of really wealthy, very religious groups that are well funded. I mean, look at Moms for Liberty. They're getting money hand over fist. They're spending millions of dollars to win local school council elections. There's a ton of money in this, and for some reason, that's the hill they want to die on. Yeah, right. That's what they picked.
Okay,
that's the hill they want to die on. As you wish. All right, Marquise, you got a song?
Man, this is a weird show today.
You can do it.
Because you know what? Because I mean. We got a lot going on, right, Jackie?
It's like Bizarro World, right?
It is. Because it's Christmas week. All that stuff. And we got
Christmas
presents for each other.
In heaven.
All right. Listeners, you better watch out. You better not lie. You better pull clout. I'm telling you why. Teddy's Tips is coming to town. Teddy's Tips are coming to town. He's making his tips. He's checking out now. He's just about ready to finish his crown. Teddy's Tips are coming to town. Teddy's Tips are coming to town. Teddy's Tips are coming to town. He creeps you when you're sleeping. He creeps when you're awake. He'll ask if you've been under here. You better just avoid saying underwear. Please avoid saying underwear. Oh, you better watch out. You better not lie. You better pull clout. I'm telling you why. Teddy's Tips are coming to town. Teddy's Tips are coming to town. Teddy's Tips are coming right up. Teddy.
Wow, I'm gonna give that one a standing ovation.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Teddy.
That was a good one.
Teddy standing up. That had to hurt, man. That's a lot of crown you've been down in.
Yeah. Well, not enough.
Dizzy.
Not enough,
Teddy.
obviously.
All right, here is the tip. And I think I wonder if the person is going to be disappointed.
Oh,
who
yeah,
gave the
yeah,
tip.
yeah.
Dear Ted, I need your help. My in-laws, my husband's parents, suck. We see them once a year at Christmas time. They show up for dinner, get drunk, and then leave. Nope, sorry, get drunk, eat, then leave. They give my kids used gifts. Last year, they gave my 10-year-old son a clearly used and stained stuffed horse, and my daughter a spiral notebook.
We could always use a spiral notebook.
Choke. We'll finish
my
the show.
God.
We'll finish the show.
These outdid last year's let's stop at a gas station and buy some crap, an unwrapped can of tennis balls, and an Atlanta Falcons hat. We live in Cleveland and are Cavalier fans. We always get them something nice. This year, I already bought their gift and wrapped it. I have an old pair of slippers and a bottle of water. My husband, hold on. My husband has no idea. Do you think this is a good idea? This is great. This is why she got picked. Melissa, 38, Cleveland, Ohio. This is what she adds. If the Bears lost to the Browns in 3 weeks, don't bother answering this question. We will have moved and will be living in a cave somewhere in the woods, and there will be no more Christmases.
Man, did you get lucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Melissa,
Yeah,
you squeaked that
He had that
out.
Hail Mary in his hand, right, in the end
Yep.
zone.
So
Dropped
I
it.
didn't even
That's
see
my
it.
guy.
He
I didn't see
did.
the play.
That's my guy.
Oh,
That's my
yeah.
guy, too. Darnell Mooney.
I mean, he dropped it, but it's not like it was an easy.
No, he was falling back.
Shouldn't have
Catch.
come down to that anyway.
But it was in his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. So Melissa, I've got some bad news for you. I'm doing
Dun, dun,
I'm
dun.
doing the tip today. Okay.
and Jackie, Ted, and I are going to poke him.
Poke the bear.
Are you sure you want to say that, Matt? But come on, Matt, because right?
Okay, and then Ted will at some point be doing his movie mention because
Holy
Mark did the open, so we
cow.
kind of switched. So okay, so Melissa, I don't know, and Ted can ring in with his 2 cents.
Nope. There's no 2 cents.
Well, Mark and I ring in.
You own this. You own
but,
this one.
But here's what I would say: listen, if you're not going to have them come back, if that's your goal, right, and you just or you want to kind of open their eyes, I think it's the greatest gift ever. Now, this is Teddy speaking right here. If this is going to cause a big problem with your husband or a bigger problem than it already seems, I mean, it already seems like this is a terrible concept. But if it's going to cause a big stink and it's not going to be like funny or something we could talk about in years from now where your kids won't get a kick out of it because it sounds like they probably would. I don't know if they're old enough, but they might. I wouldn't do it. Okay? That's just me. But it sounds like a good idea. Sounds,
I mean, it sounds like they're trying to send a message.
yeah.
It's a water bottle and slippers.
Yeah, but it's not about the gift. It's,
It sounds like, what'd she say?
Are they used slippers?
An old pair of slippers and a bottle of water.
Yeah, they're
Wrapped
sending
up,
they're sending a message, but obviously, let's assume these people are say tone deaf. But here's the thing: about gifts, the whole premise is it's the thought that counts, right? I mean, when it really comes down to it, it's about the Christmas spirit. It's the thought that counts. So let's just say I don't know what their financial situation is. Maybe they're lousy gift givers, but at least they're making an effort. And
Teddy,
is it really
To
affecting
stop at the
you?
gas station.
Hold on a second.
I've stopped at gas stations.
I don't
before,
think.
Jackie.
I don't think.
They got a lot of good stuff. You ever been to a quick trip?
No.
In Wisconsin, they got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, when you're going to a Christmas party where you're doing like a grab bag gift,
Yeah.
they got some good stuff at Quick Trip.
like when it's your grandchildren.
But I think these gifts are
don't
normal
know.
for people who live in Ohio.
Oh.
This is what.
Are you trying to alienate Ohio like Matt's alienated Kentucky?
Yeah. They do border.
What?
Right?
In
I think so,
Kentucky,
yeah.
only the wealthiest kids get an Atlanta Falcons hat.
Yeah.
And no kid is going to get tennis balls and an Atlanta, maybe a tennis ball, but not tennis balls.
Does Kentucky,
Just use
Ted,
it as a
does
stress
Kentucky stretch to Ohio too?
It does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they
They
do
borders
border
it, yeah.
Indiana and Kentucky.
The
Border Indiana and
dumbness.
Ohio.
It's like
border.
it's like the new Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, that is those three
But
states.
there's only
Bermuda Triangle.
I was just saying there are only 2 states. But yeah, so here's what I would say, Melissa. If you think it's going to be, if you think the point is going to be made, right? And it sounds like she's not. It sounds like these people can afford better than that. I don't think she would make fun of them. If that was the best they could afford,
Yeah.
she would explain
Right.
to her
Of course,
kids,
yeah.
suck
Right.
it up, eat it, and we'll buy
Yeah.
something better, right? But it sounds like they can afford better, and they're just not putting any effort into it at all. So maybe it's time to make a point. And what's the worst that happened?
Yeah.
They don't show up, they don't eat dinner, they don't get drunk, and they don't give your kids shitty presents.
Well, like our grandma used to have us just like buy the gifts for the kids.
Wait a minute. My terrible grandmother, who called my family and Jackie's family for as long as I can remember, you people.
You people.
That's how she referred to us, as you
Yeah.
people. Yeah, that was affectionately, though. She would say, "You people need to get me another bottle of vodka." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in a fun way. You know, you knew she cared about the vodka.
In a mommy dearest
About
way.
the vodka.
In a mommy dearest way. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would say do it. I would say do it as long as you don't think it's going to be a giant problem with your husband.
We'll just do it one time and see what happens.
Yeah.
I feel like the husband has to know that before she does it.
No, I think it's funnier if he doesn't.
Yeah, but what if it ends up really like?
She's going to know. Melissa, you know in your heart of hearts, if this is going to be a big stinking shit bag of shit, really don't do it. I know you want to make a point, but don't
I
do
think it's great.
But I
though.
think it's hilarious.
Or another option is, to keep your grandparents in good graces, maybe get a good gift and just claim it's from the grandparents.
No, give it to
I'm
yourself.
sure they do that all the time.
Yeah, so-
Give it to yourself.
No, I'm
Like
sure
Cousin
they give
Eddie.
the kids something.
And if you got something left over, Clark, get yourself something really nice, something primo. Get something for yourself.
It's on my dime.
Yeah. So that's my 2 cents.
All right.
So yeah. So really just go with your gut feeling on this one. And that, well, you know what? No, first have a couple of drinks, right? As Teddy would say, have a couple of drinks, an edible, and then really just let your gut feeling.
Yeah, let it just
And go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Leave it there, go to bed, and forget all about it, and then just let it happen.
I wonder how she's going to wrap it.
I would wrap it the nicest possible way. I would do
Cellophane?
my best wrapping job of all time.
Like a box within a box within a box kind of thing.
Oh, like a Russian doll
to
thing.
make
I like
it
that. Yeah.
shittier.
No, you know what the best thing is? Have the worst gift, most intricately wrapped, where it looks like it's like the nicest. It's like Tiffany.
Right?
It's like Tiffany's type packaging.
The perfect
Yeah,
bow.
with a little velvet bag at the end, and then you open it up, and there's just like a lump. There's like a rock in there.
Yes. Okay.
That's a good one.
I completely changed my mind. Melissa, absolutely do this. Absolutely do it with box in a box because they sound like the kind of people that wouldn't like that.
But pay for the nicest wrapping.
The nicest
worst
wrapping.
gift with the nicest
Yeah,
wrapping.
Have it professionally wrapped.
Genius.
Yeah. And then,
Genius.
and then do it to each one so that it can be more disappointed than.
So
than-
one gets the bottle of water and one gets the slippers.
And make sure the bottle of water is already the seal's already been broken. It's already like half the like third of the water's gone.
It's a little dented and smushed. Yeah.
Put like
Grandma,
some
this
food
one's for you.
particles in the bottom of
There
it.
you go.
Oh my god.
Some backwash in the bottle of water.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Listen, Melissa.
I want to follow up on this one.
Yeah, unwrap your gifts now and make them far worse than whatever they were. Yeah, take the slipper and just grind it into some dog crap or something. Yeah, really. You know what? Fuck it, just go full bore. I've changed my mind completely. Here's my tip: go full bore and just do the worst possible thing.
But
you can.
definitely drunk. Get drunk and do it.
Oh, definitely get drunk.
You're out of control.
I'm out of order. You're out of control. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I am going to now turn the show over to Jackie because we did this last year, and Jackie's kind of in charge. Go for it.
Welcome to the end of the year extravaganza. So yeah, last year we did this, and we had the three idiots, give me questions to kind of, recap the year. Do you have any?
I do have a question now. I have just one question, but it's a
Okay.
good one when you're ready. When you're ready.
Okay. Do you want to
You want to write
Yeah,
this
fuck
one?
it.
write it down
Yeah,
and give
fuck
it
it,
to
Ted.
me?
No, I'm just going to tell you it when you're ready.
Yeah, just let him say it.
Should we just start with
Just
this?
start with
Okay.
this.
All right.
Okay, why haven't I been paid yet? You know why? You know why? Because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I need food.
You
and
never
you can't
eat.
have food without money.
Ted,
You
Okay.
need money to buy food.
you
So
never
the
eat.
the first question is,
You signed up for this, Ted.
Yeah, you never eat.
I'm hungry.
No, honestly, you
You're
never
getting
eat.
service hours for this.
Yeah, community service hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of paying off with the
Oh, it's
vandalism.
community service,
Yeah.
okay.
So you guys probably don't know this, but immediately after Ted heard about filling up Pringles cans with dog shit, or people shit, he did that. Was busted immediately on the first throw because he did it outside a police station. So now, yeah, he's got this show is part of his 1,000
yeah.
hours of
So
community.
technically, ironically, it happened right after we just scored a big sponsor,
yeah,
but we don't have to give Ted the money.
yeah, Pringles without shit in it.
Yeah.
actual Pringles.
You know what? The funny thing is, I like Pringles.
I do too.
I love
would
Pringles.
never buy them though.
Yeah.
I
No,
would buy-
the only time we ever
buy
get them
Pringles
is
all the
like
time.
car snacks.
Yeah.
When,
But when they're
you're
there-
on a road trip, you have to
Yeah.
have Pringles.
I would never buy them, but if I saw one, I'd eat the whole can.
We buy them all the time.
They got pizza
you
flavor
really?
now,
Yeah,
sour
all
cream and
summer,
onion.
mostly summer.
They're so delicious.
Do you just like pick them up like the whole stack and you just go this and put the whole thing in
or
your
put
mouth?
them on
No,
a
you can't eat 'em like
sandwich.
that.
One
I
at a
love them
time.
on a
One at a time, yeah.
sandwich.
So wait, so you eat them multiple
I mean,
Pringles
I'll
at a
take
time?
like 3 or 4 and
No,
just,
it doesn't
Nope.
work. They don't
One.
work.
Don't they just break?
not if you just stuff the whole thing in your
Oh.
mouth. I just make
Ted's
sure,
right. They do have
I make sure no one's
an
looking.
endless amount of flavors like other chips.
They have
like,
pizza
they have
flavor,
pizza flavor.
sour cream and onion,
They got
regular,
hot ones,
obviously.
they got
Can't you get like the
Buffalo.
taller stack too?
No,
Like,
they have bigger ones. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
No.
we love car snacks.
We
good
we
stuff.
bring them all summer long because it's a perfect thing to bring on the boat.
yeah, yeah,
So instead of a bag,
yeah, because it covers up.
You have a boat?
no, my
I was just gonna say-
my family does in Michigan a pontoon boat.
Yeah, whole fucking summer. I didn't get invited on any boat.
Well,
You're not a
He
you're not a
just
boat guy.
borrows whoever's
Not a
boat,
quiet-
boat is around.
well, now you know your social standing, don't you?
Yeah, a lot of grasshoppers right there. Yeah, you got a boat? No.
That was actually a cricket.
yeah, cricket. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
It was a
Cricket-
grasshopper.
That was a good cricket.
Crickets,
That was a good cricket,
grasshoppers.
yeah.
I don't know. I just want to be invited into the goddamn boat. Okay, sorry, Jack. Go ahead. All right.
Well, I thought we'd start out with just kind of the basics of, who was your favorite guest and your least favorite guest.
Oh man, go ahead, Mark.
Man, I have to think back from last year.
It is hard to
My
separate the year before and this year.
Oh man, I went back and looked. We had some great guests.
we had a lot of great guests. I don't want to disparage anybody, so I'll say the worst guest ever was the guy that we cut the show off on.
The most boring man in the world.
Yeah. What I don't even remember what he was on for.
I can't either. Isn't that funny? I don't remember what he was on for.
Wasn't he a professor?
He was a professor of something. He was a professor of something really boring. It probably
was
had like
horrible.
4 words.
That was
Yeah.
definitely the worst
Dude, he
guest.
was so pissed.
I will tell you this though. Every time Matt sends like, "Oh, we're gonna have this person on," I'm always like, "Oh man, I don't know."
He does every
I'm
time.
like, "Come on, I don't know," and it turns out to be really good. It does. Usually, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Matt's ability to get some good guests on.
He does. There's so many
I-
times
I
he'll
do,
send
but-
me, "This is a 10-minute guest, right?" And I'm just like, are you? Come on, man.
Scott
Everybody's got
Sigler
a
was
story.
good. I want to say Scott Sigler was.
I'm like,
probably,
well, you got to be somewhere. 10 minutes.
Am I saying his name right?
Which
Sigler.
one was he?
Scott
Sigler, yeah.
Sigler, the
author.
author.
Science fiction.
Oh yeah,
science
yeah.
fiction.
Oh yeah,
author,
he was real good.
Oh my God! Him and I are constantly on back and forth on.
Yeah,
social
Scott was
media, man.
really good.
He is. Oh my God! I think I'm still erect.
But man, everybody was really good. Like Ted, like the girl from the Kiss Museum was great.
Oh yeah.
The mustard guy was good.
Oh
The Savannah Bananas
yeah.
baseball players
The
were
players
good.
were on. Yeah.
yeah.
The
Kyle
guy
and
from
Dan.
the guy from King Singers,
Nick Ashby.
Nick Ashby was great.
Oh, he was so good. You know,
Yeah, we've had some good guests.
yeah. What about you, Teddy?
I'm not going to disparage any guests we had. I mean, I learned a little bit from
I
everybody.
can't remember.
No, I remember them. Yeah. No, I remember. I'm just saying. There's no
You just
bad.
said what I said.
No, there's no bad guests because they're graciously taking their time to appear on the show. Obviously,
That is true.
we're not professionals.
He's right.
And so we appreciate every guest who
kind of
comes
are
on the
Ted.
show.
100
No, I
shows.
think Ted's right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Ted's picking up where I mean, I don't think we had a bad guest per se.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
Just
then the guest,
Ted, the one guy we had to cut off.
yeah, that was an unfortunate incident. I'm still racking my brain to see what that guy did. Was it UFO? Was it paranormal or
No,
something?
I don't
Yeah.
remember. So I'm sure he's listen. You
Oh, he was a political party leader.
No, he wasn't. He
No,
wasn't. He
No?
wasn't. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was not. Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
You know what? I was thinking about this. I really loved the Museum of Failure guy, Samuel West. Yeah, I loved.
he was good,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was great. And I was gonna get in touch with him because we were talking about this the
Yeah,
other
he
day.
needed to bring it to Chicago.
Yeah, but there's a new thing that we were just talking about that is going to be in the Museum of Failure. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Pepsi just came out with nacho flavored alcohol. 60
Alcohol.
Yeah.
What, Pepsi?
So Pepsi, yeah. So
Oh,
so
they're
they
teaming up with
They did the
somebody, yeah.
nacho flavor.
Oh, is that
I
them?
didn't know it was
Oh, wow.
Pepsi Company.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
PepsiCo, yeah, $65 a bottle.
Yep.
And I would imagine that within a few months it will be in the Museum of Failure.
Yep.
I would imagine so too.
Yeah, there's no way it couldn't be.
Well, there's just a follow-up question from one of the listeners. So we've got new questions this year with the listeners.
Oh, there are so many, and I just didn't have time to get to them.
One listener wanted to know how many times have you thought about dumping a guest, like the one guy that Mark was referring to?
I would say that we probably haven't thought about dumping really anybody. There's some people we wanted to get off a little bit quicker than we did, just because.
Yeah.
But I always feel like they're still part of a story they have to tell, right? I mean, like when we talked about the guy from the Greater Idaho movement who wanted to make his part of Oregon into Idaho. That's insane, right?
He would have been he would. I mean, I'm not saying a bad thing, but he was probably on the bottom of my list of guests.
Yeah, but I mean, he was insane, but he was so focused. I mean,
I know.
this is a thing that they are really trying to do. And I told you guys when I followed up with them, he said, listen, hell or high water, we're getting this done. I
Yeah,
think
but we
that was the
didn't
exact-
learn anything from him. Right? A lot of our guests we learned stuff from.
No, we learned a lot about.
Yeah, I know, but not we knew that already though.
What about the
know,
party that's been in existence for 30 years and they only had like 0.03% of?
Oh yeah, the independent party.
The-
Yeah, they
vote and-
Robert Walters from the
Yeah.
American Independent Party of California.
Yeah.
Or I like to call them Republicans light.
Right. He
Yeah.
was the one that said they would still endorse Trump.
Yeah. So
Right.
who's your
that was
candidate?
bizarre.
Donald Trump. I'm like, do you what? Huh? Yeah. That just blew
So
my
you're
mind.
not a third party
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
because
know.
you're supporting one of the other candidates.
Yeah, that one absolutely blew my mind. But there's so many people out there. I got
What about the Satanic Museum people? That was a good one.
dude? Dex and Shalice were fantastic.
Shalice.
Yeah. Was
They are-
that was that in 2023 or was it?
No, that was this year. Yeah,
It
that
was,
was this year. It was
okay.
way,
See, I
way,
couldn't
way
remember.
back in like January,
Yeah.
February. But they're blowing up right now. They are all over social media. They're doing all that stuff with that Samuel Alito's mom's Samuel Alito's
The
the
Supreme
mom's
Court,
abortion
the Supreme
clinic.
Court Justice,
Yeah,
Samuel Alito.
yeah, and they're all over social media, man. They got after school satanic clubs at schools and stuff. Yeah, it's I think
Let's carve some pentagrams.
I think they're doing it. They're doing it in places that have after-school religious clubs. So anywhere where there's an after-school
So they can-
religious
right.
club, they're doing an after-school because they're not really. I mean, they're not very religious, right? They're just kind of like a group, sort of, and so they're kind of trying to counter that. So that was I thought that was pretty wild.
Interesting. So apparently this is a thing, but I need to ask the three of you the best chicken tenders.
I actually read this and I tried them. So supposedly,
Wait, when did this come about?
supposedly
Remember
Kane.
we were sitting at the bar at Moretti's,
Yeah.
and the guy
Yeah.
was telling the girl that ran Moretti's, he was telling the best chicken tenders, and I told you, I said, does an adult really have an opinion on the best chicken tenders?
Raising Cane's,
Wait,
Raising
really
Cane-
one does.
Was this
Raising, Raising Cane's actually does have pretty good
Just
chicken
on
tenders.
Saturday.
So they actually got criticized because their chicken sandwich is actually made up of chicken tenders versus a chicken patty, but their chicken tenders standalone with their little Raising Cane sauce is actually not bad.
So wait, they just put like 3 chicken tenders
It's
on
like
a...
3 or 6 chicken tenders. It's really
cares?
juicy
What's
and
the
plump.
difference?
I mean, there's Popeyes, there's
Who's-
KFC,
Ted-
but
Ted-
Raising Cane's is good.
Was there outrage? Were people outraged?
I enjoyed it.
No,
I would
we're-
never ever order chicken tenders.
Well, you're missing out, Mark.
I mean,
Sorry.
I like chicken tenders, but if I go to a restaurant, it's not what I'm ordering.
I mean, it's not. It's a fast food thing. It's not a restaurant thing. It's not.
No, I mean, even if we go to, I mean,
You're not going to Ruth's Chris and ordering chicken tenders. You're going to like Raising Cane's. You know,
Excuse me, sir.
Isn't like
well,
a-
any place that has it
I
on
like
the
the
menu,
chicken tenders.
Medium well? No,
Yeah.
wait,
I'm
you know
not
what?
ordering
Rare.
it.
Yeah.
I'm like most places that, I mean, most restaurants don't have it. on
right?
the
But I'm
menu.
talking about like a KFC, a Popeyes.
No, but I'm talking about
a
Howard
Raising
Street
Cane's.
and all the bars. Every bar and pub has chicken tenders.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the
Yeah, they
menu.
have boneless.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go there.
No,
I
no.
mean, I don't go there to
Go
eat
there.
there.
But if you just want chicken
Yeah.
I
tenders,
would order I would rather order the wings or something
right?
else.
But yeah, I agree. But I'm saying if you just want chicken tenders, you have a craving.
and
would
I don't just
recommend-
I like chicken tenders. Yeah, no, you're right. I've eaten
Chick-fil-A-
Raising Cane's before.
yeah,
All my-
Chick-fil-A,
the kids
Raising
all eat
Cane's.
there.
Yeah.
I've never had it before, but yeah. So my buddy tells me a story. He was out somewhere and he didn't want a lot of food. So on the kids menu, no kids.
There's always chicken
Just-
tenders on the kids menu.
There's
Al-
4 adults,
always
right?
chicken
4
tenders,
adults, and he's like, he goes, you know what? I'll just have the kids chicken tenders meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you think the waitress said?
Did she emasculate him in front
You're
of
not
all
a
his whole
kid.
family?
He said, "You're not a kid. You can't order that." And he goes,
actually pretty
"It's a
funny.
goddamn menu." He goes, "Can I get dessert for dinner?" And she goes, "Yes." He goes, "Then for my dessert, I want the chicken tenders." She put up a fight. This was. I remember him talking about this for weeks. He was so angry at this chick.
That was pretty
for doing
funny.
it.
That was
Yeah,
funny.
It was just great. He could order anything on the menu, not anything from the kids menu, and he gave up. He just.
Or what if
didn't
he just
wanna
ordered
fight.
for the kid and just took it?
There was no kids, Ted.
The kid's on the way.
Oh,
Oh yeah, my kids are on the way.
yeah, my kid's at home. Yeah, but it was really weird. He was so.
That was actually
angry.
pretty funny.
Yeah, sorry, it was just something. Mark and I were sitting at the bar on.
Yeah, I
Saturday
didn't know. I
after
didn't know where
his
it was
son's
coming
game.
from. I thought that was coming from a listener. I'm like, wait a minute, how did they know what?
No,
we were-
remember I told you.
Oh yeah, that guy. That was funny.
That was funny. That guy was
Yeah.
so weird. He was so proud of his girlfriend was the,
The manager, yeah.
at Moretti's. We thought she was a head chef.
Because
But-
she was dressed like a chef.
She did kind of have that gray kind of like
Yeah, she had
chef coaty
chefy
thing on.
looking
She was
coat.
just covered.
She
in
was
tattoos.
tattooed up, so I'm like, that's a
Oh
chef.
my god. Oh
That's
man,
the
was she
definition of a chef.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they got nothing to do during the day, so they got to go to tattoo parlors, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, we have a question from Matt. Through extensive research, you and Ted have learned and have said over and over again since the beginning that the magic number of podcast episodes is 100. After you have 100 shows streaming, everyone becomes millionaires. It's show 101. Are you going to let Ted and Mark share in the wealth or continue to keep them in the dark like a couple of well-flavored mushrooms until your pizza is ready for toppings?
Yeah. So I you know what? I'm hoping maybe 101 is the magic number, but we're not rich yet. Yeah, we are not rich yet.
Not there. Not there yet.
No, but I mean, after 100 shows, a lot more people are listening.
Mark, right now we're broke. We don't have any money, but here's what I want you to do. We're going to have a secret meeting. I want you to bring your dental records and not tell anybody. And we're going to be.
If you say anything about the lottery, I'm going to.
No,
Did I
it's
say
not.
lottery?
Oh, wait. There's a question for that from a listener.
Oh.
They want to know if you really believe you're going to win the lottery.
Well, it's not really a belief. It's just more. See, here's the thing. Don't use the word luck. The word is randomness. So it's not. There's no such thing as luck. It's randomness, which means that as long as it's not rigged, somebody somewhere is winning on a consistent basis. And all I know is that
You're wrong.
If you don't play, you can't win. Chances are, it's infinitesimal. Yeah.
If you do play, you can't win.
So if I win $500 million, will you give me your deepest apologies?
Somebody wins every once in a
They
while.
do.
Once in a while, but not very consistent.
No, I mean, but like
it rolls over for months.
No, Illinois lottery, lotto, that's consistent. Mega Million, someone just hit that somewhere. California, of course.
It was months ago.
No, that was like a few weeks ago. That was like $400 million.
Yeah.
So the point is, when I win,
So the answer is yes.
are you my pal, Matt?
Yeah, Teddy.
Oh,
I mean,
okay, all right.
we
You're my pal.
obviously,
All right, then all
we've
right.
obviously made the agreement that if we win hundreds of millions of dollars, we're giving each other like life-ending money. Not life-ending. It probably. You know what? That's funny. It probably would be though. It probably would be because you could do anything you wanted, and everything I wanted to do is bad. It's real bad. But yeah, I mean, I just. It's funny that you constantly talk about it.
Look, money would not change me. If you don't
What?
believe me, just ask the guy who brushes my teeth. Okay, he'll vouch for me. All right, I'm still the same person I used to be.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I haven't heard that one about 1,000 times either.
All right, so I thought this question was pretty good. Are there any places that you want to visit as a result of the show? So you guests that you've had on and
Oh, the museum in
This has
Nebraska,
come up-
the Bigfoot Museum.
This
in
has come
Nebraska.
up before. We all want to go to
Iceland,
Iceland.
right?
Iceland,
yeah.
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 I
Obviously,
actually
do want to go
Ricky-
there.
What
yeah.
is it called? The
Phallicological Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the town it's in? The city. it's in.
Reykjavik.
Right, it's Reykjavik. Yeah,
Reykjavik,
that's where they
yeah.
held
Yeah.
the Winter Olympics one year. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the nicest place in Iceland. Yeah, I would honestly.
I want to go.
And it's
there
only
for
like a
sure.
6-hour flight direct, right? It's not even that
Yeah.
far. It's like going to
not that
California.
far.
It's like
Yeah.
going to California.
You just got to go at the exact right time because I think it only gets up to about 60 at tops.
Yeah.
It never really gets super cold, but
Yeah.
it never gets super nice. So yeah, you know what? I would honestly like to go to the Mustard Museum. It's not that far. I think it's in Middleton, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
3 hours away.
Yeah, and so I think the next time I'm up in Wisconsin,
It's some golf courses.
Well, summertime
Yeah.
would be good because Ted's right. There's good golf courses and they do the whole mustard fest.
Yeah, I'd go.
ooh yeah,
It's an
Mustard
outdoor
Fest.
thing. That whole yeah.
You know what we got to do when we do Andy's thing?
Do a road trip. Actually, we should do a podcast at Alpine Valley. If you're,
Oh man,
that would be kind of cool.
That wouldn't work.
drunken.
Between
Fuck
right in
show.
the middle of the draft, just sit right there.
That would not work, dude. Those
That would
buffoons.
be that would be hilarious. You much heckling?
I was just gonna say
can
you'd be
you handle
heckled the whole
heckling
time.
First of
I
all,
can
they don't
handle
have
heckling.
they don't have electricity at Alpine.
or running water?
Barely.
Or running water.
Barely.
Yeah, and everything we do is bad.
Right.
Every
Or,
time we
or,
go there,
or
everything
toilet
we do is
paper.
bad.
But other than that, it's okay.
Yeah, but I think the Mustard Museum I would like to go see. I'd like to go see the Museum of Failure wherever they're at.
Yeah.
I think I would really, really like to go see that. And Jackie, didn't you go to the Kiss Museum?
We didn't end up going. You said you never got in touch with
They
the
never got
the
back
person.
to me. Yeah. Oh, so you never ended up going?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh man.
You know how fast things go. We were there for a few days and just never happened.
Yeah,
One of the days
Vegas
was
is-
Sunday,
Yeah.
so we were at the sports book the whole entire day.
I wonder if she got to go to their last show at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I bet she had to.
They just played their last show last week, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
The final show for Kiss, except until
The next final
the
show.
next final
Until
show.
The Rolling
Yeah.
Stones are touring
Final,
again.
final,
Rolling
Yeah.
Stones are
when
touring
everyone's dead.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I mean, isn't
Today's what's his name's 80th birthday?
who? Mick Jagger?
No, Keith Richards.
Jesus Christ, he's 80 years old.
80 today. Yeah.
He does not look a day under 103. Wow. I can't believe, man, and they're still singing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're touring. They're touring
Yeah.
right now.
I was watching.
He's older though, a few years older than Mick, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think Mick Jagger's like 75.
Yeah. I was watching some stupid show. I don't remember what it was. And some rich girl, she's like turning 16 and her, for some reason, her dad brings out the Rolling. It's a comedy. It's a comedy show, cartoon thing. And he brings out the Rolling Stones. This is just something that's just happened. He brings out the Rolling Stones and they're singing. She goes, you know, I don't like old things. And the guy,
Oh my God.
the guy snaps his fingers and they just take him away. And you just hear this. She goes, no more of that for you, honey. Yeah, it was really, really funny. I was like, oh man,
It's a cartoon though.
yeah, they did.
It's like the dictator.
Yeah, they were not really killed. Oh, I love that when he does the slash signal on his neck. He points to the person. He does the slash signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like take him away. Yeah. So yeah, if I had a thing to do, I think I would say, oh, you know what? Or any satanic temple. I think I would like to just walk in and just see
experience
one,
it.
just see what it's like. Yeah.
All right, we have a question for Ted.
Mm-hmm.
100 episodes and counting. You lost several idiots in the early days of the show, leaving you and Matt as the lone idiots. Rather than drag Mark, or someone less handsome, onto this shit show, why didn't you just change the name and keep it just the two of you? Call it something like Shit Show with Ted and Matt.
Well, you know, random listener.
See you later, Mark.
Random listener, random person out there in the world. When you make a commitment, you got to see it through. So sometimes, you know.
You mean a commitment to the name?
It's called the Real Three
Real
Idiots.
Three Idiots. So we need to find
Gotta
that
find
other
an
idiot.
idiot.
This is hell of a
Come
hard
hell or high water.
Well,
Even if they're smarter than us and they're not really an idiot, we have to pretend they're an idiot. So yes, we have to.
what was that Brady Bunch with Johnny Bravo? It was just he fit the outfit, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was the right size.
Johnny
He just fit.
Bravo.
Yeah, it just fit the outfit. But no, you know what? And I'll tell you why. This is real. I always said, and when I used to listen to Steve Dahl, and Steve and Gary when I was a kid, right? And all these guys, they had a lot of comedians on and stuff, and they always said that comedy is a 1, 2, 3 thing. Okay, it's a 1, 2, 3. That's how comedy works. That's how funny things work. And he says there's two ways you can do it. You can be the 1 and the 3, or you can be the 2. Okay, and he goes, so some guys are the 1 and the 2, like Abbott and Costello. You know, the little fat guy was always the 2, right? It was the big guy started it. He always finished it, and Abbott said something in the middle. And right, and he made fun
Three
of it.
Stooges.
Three Stooges.
Yeah,
Right. Mo always started.
They always changed the third guy though, so it was like
Yeah.
Larry Joe. There was Shemp, and then there was Curly.
But
yeah,
there was reasons.
No,
for
but
it.
there was because I think Shemp died. Shemp was the brother of Mo, so he actually died. So I don't think Larry Joe. So, but Mo and Shemp were brothers.
So was Larry. Larry was a brother.
Larry's a brother, yeah, but it was always Larry and Shemp.
I
And
thought he was
Shemp,
a white guy.
Shemp was actually no. The funny thing, if Shemp was alive today, he would be arrested because I mean he assaulted people. He was slapping grown men. he slapped the shit out of them. I mean he wasn't kidding. I mean, he was like slapping people.
What do you mean on the show?
He was very aggressive.
I believe Ted. That might have just been
That
the
was
show.
the premise of the show.
He'd be sent to HR right now. He'd be on serious timeout. Yeah.
So I've got the perfect next
wouldn't
question
make it
from
today.
a listener. They want to know if you drink anything other than Crown Royal.
Yeah, once in a while I'll have a Modelo
Wait, say why you drink a Modelo, Ted. What do you say when you drink a Modelo?
because it's detox. 'Cause it's, you
Ted,
know,
no, Ted's exact words.
Taking a step
I'm,
down.
I'm not drinking today. I'm just drinking beer. Yeah, he'll come out. He'll come out.
or I'll
golfing.
get a Coors Light on the course.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking today.
Yeah. Can I get 2 Coors Light, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it was when I first heard that, and I've heard it a million times since. I honestly, I think I pissed my pants. I laughed so fucking hard. Yeah. I'm like, Ted, drinking is drinking. Everything is alcohol.
is it?
Yeah. Well, I can equal your Crown Royals. I don't know if I can drink that fast. Yeah. I can have enough beers to equal a Crown Royal. It's just that you're so good at it.
Oh, I'm not a drinker. I'm a sipper. I'm a sipper.
That's
I don't-
impressive.
I don't-
That's impressive.
I don't do shots. I sip.
Yeah, but okay. Okay.
Yeah, I sip.
Okay. I agree 100%.
All right, we have another question from a listener that wants to know, LOL, is Jackie really your sister? Am I really your sister?
Somebody sent me that. I don't know. Like,
That's funny.
that was a couple months ago. I think the last time, like one of the times you were on, like way before. Yeah. Somebody, is she really your sister? And I was just like,
Who else would she be? That's my
I'm
question.
like, what a weird thing to lie about. Though.
Did we take a woman off the
Right.
street against her will and make her do this podcast? Is that what the other? What's the other?
And then we
explanation?
talk about my family.
What's the other
and
explanation?
our family and
We
everything.
took this random woman,
Jackie, you remember that time we did this? Yes, I do.
and she's drugged.
Can you remove the gun from my head?
Well, that's
chained
funny
to-
though. That
she's
would be a
drugged and
great.
chained to the wall, and we're pretending that she's your sister.
That would have been a great bit. No, she's not my sister.
Actually, you
The
called
jig
my
is up.
bluff.
Turns
yeah.
out this
Yeah,
this
the
woman's
jig
been
is up.
missing since 1989, and here she is.
Yeah, that seems like. I mean, I love a good bit because remember we used to do the cheese bit, right? The cheese podcast bit.
Right.
Yeah.
That was. I still love that. I still miss that. I was thinking about bringing it back, but
Yeah,
I feel
you
like
said
it's
it was
dead.
just done.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it was just dead. But yeah, that's a tough one to carry over, man. That is a real tough one to carry over.
It would be. I could see asking the question if I was only on like once or twice, but I don't even know how many times. Like, might be double digits at this point. Like, how do you keep that bit going that whole time? At least I couldn't.
It would actually be great if we just got other people to come on with a completely different voice. Hey, my sister Jackie. Hello. That's right. I'm your sister Jackie. I was like I don't think anybody's gonna buy this shit.
Or have a
Wait,
guy.
is that,
or
is
have a
that,
guy
is
on
that
the
Sean
show.
Connery?
Have a guy on the show named Jackie
yeah.
and my sister Jackie. What's up?
That's
Jackie
right,
is kind of
Money
could be a guy's name.
Yeah.
Just with all due respect.
Oh, it's Jackie Earl Haley. Yeah.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
You know, you never decorated the studio.
Fuck you.
I'm
I'm sorry,
so
what?
disappointed. I thought the studio was going to be all decorated for Christmas and lights and stuff.
Hey, we're festive on the inside.
You realize I just got a job today, right? Like I officially got a job today.
So what were you doing before?
Like
you had
a-
nothing to
Looking
do before.
for a job.
Like a
I'm
gro-
asking you to do it today.
like a
I
grown-up
asked you to do
job.
it yesterday.
No, but I've been
Before
looking.
you had a job.
I mean, you have. You know what's funny? I keep thinking about this, and I never say it, but this is really hard to do. There is so much shit that
It
has to
is.
happen
Yeah.
to get this done. Okay, number one, Ted has to have a glass. There has to be ice in it. The bottle has to be. I mean, no. There's just so much stuff. It's really hard to do like all the extemporaneous stuff.
Yeah.
Plus I'm drinking heavily. Yeah, there's a lot of drugs. I watch too much TV. Lay on the floor randomly, just crawl around. I mean, there's a lot of busy time.
Well, that leads to a good question.
I was just going to say, well, two good questions actually. So since Mark's, angry again,
As usual, Mark.
These goddamn movie mentions, where'd they come from?
he said,
It's like the Hulk.
in keeping with the spirit of this time of year, because it's so decorated and beautiful in here, will you set aside time on this show to allow for the airing of grievances?
Yes. You know what?
Wait, whose grievances? Our grievances or like the audience's grievances?
I mean,
whose
we
grievances?
know Mark's grievance right now.
yeah.
Ted,
No decorations.
how would the audience grieve us right now? It's not like a live. We're not on like Facebook Live or we're not live streaming.
We're doing call-ins now, Ted.
We need to do call-ins at some point.
I got a
If
bone
that's-
to pick
if that's
with
possible,
Matt.
If it's possible.
The only way it would work,
possible.
and I've said it before, the only way it would work is if we did like Instagram Live or TikTok Live or Facebook Live and did it live and let people just kind of comment as we're doing it.
Baba Booey. That's what we
Yeah.
get.
No, but I mean they don't know. It would just be stuff that they would send out while we're doing it. We don't have to hear them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've seen that
They post
before,
it.
yeah.
You got to be really good at that, though, like reading it and
we would have to
commenting on
get.
it. And,
We would have to get somebody. We'd have to get an engineer. We'd have to get somebody to look at that.
No, it's timely stuff. You can have it in your hand, right?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
but
we
it's
do,
too
yeah.
hard to it's too hard to pay attention to all that and do
Yeah.
everything else. There's so many other things. In fact, you know what? There's so many other things. You know what would be perfect to do right now?
I think I know.
What would be perfect?
It might
Jackie?
be time for Ted's movie mention.
Booyah! Didn't see that one coming, did you?
We're switching things
No,
up.
didn't I accidentally mention it? I think I actually said it.
I hope to God he actually saw this movie. You better not be lying, Ted.
Well, Mark, you don't know if I'm lying. That's the best part.
You pretty much gave it
But you
away at the
shouldn't
beginning.
You shouldn't be lying. You should have seen it. It's such a
He
simple.
said, "I did a
concept.
lot of research for this movie." I go, "Wait, you didn't see the movie?" And there was a long pause, and he's like, "No, I saw it."
I saw it.
Okay,
All right,
Mark.
all right,
Okay,
I
I'll
know.
tell you
I
what.
know you
Hold
saw
on,
it.
hold
I'm
on,
just
don't-
busting
Wait, I think
chops.
Matt probably has a sponsor.
Yeah, don't do
Sponsor,
anything
and I got a
yet.
song too.
You got a song
Wait,
for this?
there's
Yeah,
two
a song,
songs?
yeah.
No shit.
That's
for
our,
real.
Whoa.
that's outrageous.
Okay. Let's see. Ted's Movie Mentions is brought to you by Luke's Old Time Deer Balls, the only 100% pure deer balls in the northern Idaho region. If they ain't Luke's, they ain't the best deer balls around.
Nice.
All right.
Hey man,
I
deer,
like Luke.
yeah, Luke's Old Time Deer Balls. I mean, I wouldn't even look at
He's
another.
third
deer balls.
generation.
Ted's
yeah, his
taking a
family's been
sip
doing it
of
forever.
Crown, a sip of
Yeah.
water. He's really
And these are wild.
You nervous
these
about
are
this?
wild deer.
got to prep. Yeah,
Yeah, these are wild deer balls, not the goddamn farm.
not
raised.
domesticated.
All right, you don't have a song, correct?
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah, I fucking no idea you had a song. All right, Teddy, what is your movie mention for today?
It's My Dinner with Andre. My Dinner with Andre.
You just printed a Wikipedia fucking page.
Yeah.
Listen.
He's just showing
That's
us.
what he did.
It's called
And
research.
he highlighted it.
It's called research.
It's called
He's holding up-
plagiarism.
Listen, this is why we
It's
need
called
video.
plagiarism.
He's holding up some pages.
From
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
You read from that Wikipedia
He is. He
thing.
just
I'm not going to
highlighted
read the
it.
whole thing. I can talk extemporaneously. Listen, My Dinner with Andre is a 1981 American comedy drama, film directed by Louis Malle, and written and starring Andre Gregory, Wallace Shawn as a fictionalized version of themselves sharing a conversation at Café de la Hostesse
Wait, Wallace Shawn, is he the guy from Princess Bride?
Reading from Wikipedia right now.
in
I know
Manhattan.
he's reading from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But is he the guy from Princess Bride, Wallace Shawn?
I don't know.
And never
Wallace
get into
Shawn.
a war, a land
I don't
war in Asia.
So this movie is 111 minutes long, which is almost 2 hours. And yes, it is 2 hours of your life you will never get back. Okay, so look.
Did you ever see this movie, Ted?
I did
Okay.
back in the day.
Ted, hold on a second. Just out of curiosity, how does it end again? Ted, hold on. Ted, how does it end again? You never saw this movie, you son of a bitch.
This is the best ever.
Was this the
The
movie?
plot.
Ted, name one thing.
A
that
struggling.
happened-
He's reading from
Dinner.
Wikipedia.
Dinner
right now.
happens.
Wait.
This is my time, Mr. Hand.
Did
This
they
is our time.
Wait, Ted. I know this is what Ted. Here's what you should have said when I said, "You know how it ends." You know what you should have said? They have dessert.
Obviously.
You are the best, man. This is
Chicken tenders for dessert.
No, I think they do a dine and dash at the end. I think that's what happens. They dine and dash. The bill's like $340, and the guy's like, I got to write a third-party check on my car, and I'll be right back.
I
Right?
asked you to do one goddamn thing.
I thought for sure he was going to do I Spit on Your Grave.
No, I told him he couldn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
right?
All right.
Okay, folks, here's the plot. Struggling playwright Wally dreads having dinner with his old friend Andre, whom he has been avoiding since Andre gave up his career as a theater director in 1975 and embarked on an extended spiritual midlife crisis, including
Being on a podcast.
Eastern spirituality, near-death experience, and utopian communes.
This is happening.
I asked him to do one thing. Just review a movie that he's seen and he liked. That's it.
Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel
Oh my God.
gave high price. He gave high price to this film in their sneak
Praise.
previews. Praise. High praise
Or
to
he
this
gave
film.
him a price.
Yeah.
Here you go. This
Okay.
this is your rubber ducky.
This is according to Wikipedia, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know if it's
We
real.
don't know if it's real.
Ebert added the film to his Great Movies essay series, starting with retrospective reviews by stating, "Someone asked me the other day if I could name a movie that was entirely devoid of cliches. I thought for a moment. I said,
I
then
Spit
answered,
on Your Grave.
My Dinner with Andre."
Allegedly.
Allegedly. What is the meaning? What is the point of My Dinner with Andre? There is an essential theme
I
to
can't
My
believe
Dinner.
I'm letting this happen.
There is an essential theme to My Dinner with Andre, but there is an overwhelming message. Think, question. Even if there seems no time, there really isn't time for anything else. Folks, all I'm saying is if you're going to watch My Dinner with Andre, just
Read the
make,
Wikipedia page first.
make sure. Just start drinking heavily first. Edibles are preferable.
Okay.
One thing.
Two grown middle-aged men are having a conversation, and this won the Academy Award, by the way, in 1981, I
Hey,
believe.
Ted, three of us are doing a podcast. It's almost, the only thing we're not doing is eating. We're drinking. The only thing we're doing is we're not eating.
If
I
you
don't
like
think
good-
I'm
if
ever
you
doing
like-
a movie mention
If you
again
like
now.
good, stimulating
It's just ruined
conversation and the road to nowhere, yes, My Dinner with Andre is my choice.
Oh my!
I highly recommend it for the
I-
criminally insane.
it. Based on the Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Based on everything I've read about this movie on Wikipedia,
Yeah.
that may or may not be accurate.
My
in
Dinner
any
with
way.
Andre, I
Right.
don't highly recommend it, but if it happens to be there and it's nothing else going on, yeah, okay, go ahead and just turn it on.
You know what? You know what? I like it so much better when he just does Ted's tips. I think you know what? I think we've all learned a valuable lesson. Stay in your lane.
Dude, that was
Just,
hilarious.
stay the course.
Yeah, stay in your lane. If you're a great offensive coordinator, don't try to be the head coach.
Matt Nagy,
Yeah.
just stay Kansas City. Don't
Can I
don't
just-
come to Chicago.
Yeah, if you're a great painter, don't try to sculpt.
In the spirit of the movie mention thing here, I wanna make it clear
This is the airing of the grievances.
that I do not
Condone.
I do not get my information off of Wikipedia. And I do not read I just want to make sure that Ted's not doing what I do.
Well, Mark, you know what? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's all I know.
No, I'm not saying you cheated.
How can you cheat in a movie mention? It's not. There's no. Where's the cheating?
Wikipedia.
No, I need to provide something in a quick way. I saw the movie. I did see the movie years ago, and yes, it is dreadfully. Unless you're like a sapio. What's that movie? What's that word? Sapiosexual. Like you're just into cerebral stuff. It's like mildly amusing. It's just so deathly boring. It's like listening to Pete Cowan's golf tips on YouTube. It's just like you just want to fall asleep and wish you were dead.
Another Ted's movie mention.
There
My
you go.
podcast with Ted.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right. Well, we have a question about Ted's
Please.
tips.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Have you got any follow up on any of the tips? Like, how did they paint the garage?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one I thought about.
No, I got ghosted. I never heard anything back from anybody. So.
You know
No, we
what?
didn't.
I haven't seen
Ted's
any.
right.
I haven't seen really any follow through on anything. Nobody's
The
ever
one
hit
was
me
the
back
garage,
anything.
right, where we said
the color.
purple?
Yeah, the purple was the
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Damn it. I haven't, but I'll look through stuff.
Yeah, let's put it out
Yeah.
to those listeners who's had their.
Yeah,
There's
respond.
another
read.
one, Ted.
Yeah.
Ted, there was another one that somebody had referenced that they were going to follow your advice no matter what, right? There was it was a painted door, and
Yeah,
there
that
was
one
one
was
other
for
one
sure.
too.
Yeah.
There was a couple people that said they would do whatever Ted said.
Yeah,
Was
whatever
that
Ted
about
said.
the breaking up with the, like something with the boyfriend or something?
Oh,
Moving
no.
out?
Was that? Oh,
They
move.
wanted somebody to move out or something like that. I don't
Oh,
know.
they had to get their kid out of the house. That one.
Get your kid out of the house.
The
What are you
the adult kid moved back in with them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The people were he was like they were kind of like older, and their 30-year-old kid was around all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got to come back with some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's good. We need the feedback. What actually happened with that? So without knowing, we don't
Yeah.
know. So.
And to be honest, I really only look at new stuff, so I don't. There's so much crap in our inbox, like with. And I can never remember. It's either Instagram or TikTok, and that's where I get all the stuff from. And I just don't get a lot of feedback from it. Every once in a while, it's an email. So I will do a better. That's me. I'm sure some people have recommented. So I will look for that for the first of the year. I'll
Or
go
call,
through
text
All
them
right.
directly, 773.
hand job. Wouldn't it be great if your phone number was hand job?
8675309.
Yeah.
588-2300.
Yeah.
588.
What is that?
Empire.
Empire.
Carpets.
But it used to be when we were growing up, 312-588.
No, they never.
That
we
has no
never-
ring to it.
When we were little, we didn't use.
They did the area codes.
Empire.
Yeah.
No, when we were little, we didn't have area
No, that
codes.
started
No, they implemented it, I think. I think
Yeah.
they did do it.
Yeah,
later for sure.
yeah. Now that everybody's got like a cell phone and a iPad,
Right.
and
Because
all
everybody
that
was
kind
312.
of stuff. Yeah. All right.
All right. So,
Damn it.
anybody have a dream guest or anyone that you absolutely would not want to have on the show?
Oh, we're all inclusive, right? There's nobody we would turn down.
There is.
There is. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's never going to happen, but I would never let Donald Trump on the show. He'd beat us. He'd beat us by a mile. I said this before. He'd beat us by a mile. He'd win. There's nothing you could say. No
You
one's
can't-
ever done
You know,
it.
here's the line I used with
it
somebody
about
the other
winning?
day.
You could never. Yeah.
You can't. Okay, you can't. Like when you battle crazy, crazy wins.
All the
So
time.
if you're not crazy, and you have somebody who is crazy, crazy wins. There's the only time there's always a winner and a loser, right?
Oh yeah, always.
And and crazy always wins. But if it's crazy, then there's a winner and a loser.
Yeah. And since we're
When you got
crazy,
two crazies.
yeah,
But but when you're not crazy and you're dealing with crazy, and you engage them or confront them, you're gonna lose. You
Every
can't
time.
win. You cannot win.
Okay. So, no Donald Trump. Anybody
Yeah.
that you guys
that's a guy I would not want.
really, really want on?
I mean, I don't know, man. I've had. I
You know
had
who
my
I'd
dream
want
guest.
on? I'm into him more than I ever have
Yeah,
been.
who's your dream guest?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I would like to,
Because
but,
I'm following him right now. He's got this whole thing going on. It's just
but I feel like he's been asked every question.
What does
And-
he have going on?
he's got this new like you sign up, you join this club, and he's got this
The Arnold Schwarzenegger Club?
sort of. It's like
Hold on a second.
You get daily
We are
emails.
joining
It's
the
all
Ar-
about positive. You get daily emails and stuff like that.
From
It's pretty
Arnold
cool.
Schwarzenegger.
It was like Hans and Franz. We're going to
Well,
pump,
no.
pump you
no,
up.
No, they're not from him. I mean, it's up front. I mean, so there's these other two guys that work with him, and they've created this business, and so you get every day you get a morning email from Arnold, right? But it's these guys writing it because they're like,
So, like positive affirmations?
yeah, it's awesome.
So he's like
Go
Tony
ahead.
He's like Tony Robbins with
And
just
then-
an accent.
and then once a week,
With an
once a week,
Austrian
once-
accent.
me. Go ahead, do it.
and then once a week he writes. I mean, he personally writes one out too. It's awesome, man. He's a really inspirational guy.
Yeah, but I feel like every question.
I know. But
I mean,
what I mean.
but I kind of pride myself on, like, I think if any guests any people have ever been on, I ask them questions that they haven't been asked. I mean, that's my goal.
Well, that's the whole point of this podcast, is do a podcast that nobody else is doing, right?
Right.
Because that when we first started this, if you recall, we listened to like the top 10 amateur podcasts. We're not counting professional, like famous people, because they're going to get millions of listeners out right off the bat just because they're famous, right? No
Right,
matter what they talk
right.
about. And the stuff we listened to, based on my recollection, was drivel, inane, boring.
It was really bad.
I would
you're
imagine
right,
there's a
Ted.
lot of preset questions, like, okay, this is what I want you to
Yeah.
ask me about, so that I can promote my. Whatever.
Oh, what about this, Ted? What about this? Somebody who would never do an interview, because Arnold, you're right. Arnold has done it all, and he will still do it all, right? Somebody who does not promote, does not do anything, but he would come on the show, and he would not be able to leave the show, and he'd have to finish what he starts. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. He's every movie that guy makes
He's
is an
kinda-
Academy
He's
Award.
nuts.
Yeah, he's nutty as
Yeah,
hell.
but
I know,
that's
what I
great.
mean.
That's
That's
what's
what I mean,
great.
Ted.
Shithouse loon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's really intelligent.
Wait,
and
he's, no, he's not. He's a character actor. He's a character actor. Let's
well, no,
Let's
no,
get
he's
that
not a
straight.
character actor.
Yes,
he's
he
a
is.
lead role. No, he's not.
No, but you know what a character actor is? It's somebody who
that's
they get
not. That's not. You're not using the right word.
no, but they get in a role
yeah, but
and they
that's
stay in the
not-
role for the entire duration of the film, even
That's
when
a
they're not on
method-
set.
that's a
method actor,
method
yeah,
actor.
method actor, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
Lots of actors do that, though.
I just don't see like having Tom Cruise on. I just don't see like he'd be
No, but like
interesting
somebody
or-
like Daniel Day-Lewis, like we could. I mean,
Christian Bale would be fun.
But would he?
yeah, he would be fun.
He'd be screaming at us.
love
But,
Christian
I mean, but would it really be fun? Because they're never going to answer the question you want to ask, right?
That's why
like
it's
the question you
brilliant.
ask.
Who
No,
cares?
but they're never gonna respond in a real way. And I think they're just so odd. I don't know if they could. I honestly don't know if they could, like, if they would say anything that would be interesting to anybody.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see like.
I changed my mind. I don't want either of those two mentions on.
No, what I mean.
No, you're right. I'm serious. I
Cross
did
them off
change
the
my mind.
list.
Cross them off.
Yeah, I'd rather have a guy or a girl that's been in like has been in.
Yeah, because we said we didn't want major stars on the show ever.
Yeah, but somebody who's been in like 50 movies or 100 movies, and they have a couple of lines here and there, and they're doing this.
So they're
and-
like they're
and-
like the beat. They're like
Yeah.
they're like the sidekick. They're like the side. They're like famous, but not as famous as the main star. You know, it's like I talked about this before. You have like an action movie. There's always like the extremely good-looking guy, but he always has like the semi-homely-looking
Yeah,
friend because
sidekick.
he's never
Right.
like a threat to the main guy. He's
Right.
just there to like assist them, but
That's
he's
the
never.
guy I want.
Yeah, we want that guy.
I saw
Yeah,
a
we want
really
that guy.
cool.
We want the wingman. We want the wingman.
Yeah, I saw a really cool documentary on backup singers.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was on, whatever it was. I think it's probably during COVID when you just watched, the TV ran constantly. But it was all about backup singers, like professional backup singers, and how
hardest,
they went from
hardest working people in the industry.
absolutely,
No
And
doubt.
That would be those. Like, I would love a backup singer. I would love a B-list
When it was
actor.
Kevin Federline, who ended up marrying Britney Spears, he was a backup singer in one of
Dancer.
her
He was a dancer.
dancer,
Yeah.
or backup dancer. Same thing. I use that term.
Was he? And he
synonymously.
married Britney Spears.
Yeah, he had
Oh,
two
yeah.
kids with her. He had two kids with her.
Yeah.
But he was like a backup dancer on whatever tour she had back in the day.
See,
You
I
know?
would actually. Okay, so this is weird, but I would love to have Britney Spears on if she would just actually talk about what it was, and I could ask the questions I wanted to ask, and she would answer. I mean, because she had a pretty screwed up life. I mean, her parents were really fucking.
Well, they were
bad.
in conservatorship. She was in conservatorship
Yeah,
for
I
like
mean, they
years.
were.
Yeah.
They just.
what a
They
crazy
basically
story.
used her. They
used her, yeah.
literally used
Yeah.
her for her money and stole everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And just made her crazy and really treated her pretty shitty. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to have her on just to tell that story. Maybe as like a, I don't know, like a Be Careful, right? And at least have
It's
people
interesting.
listen and not have those same because the same people ask the same questions. A professional question asker, interviewer guy.
Well, because they don't want to offend anybody.
Said that,
They
yeah.
don't want to offend anybody.
Fourth bear.
Somebody's
Professional
well
question
said.
asker.
somebody's feelings might get hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
A professional person who reads words off a thing that end in a question mark.
An interviewer.
Yeah, but they have a set thing. They already know the answers too. I mean, a lot of
Well, that's
times
why you're a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Lawyers never ask a question that
Well,
they don't know the answer
when
to.
you go on like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff, they already know what they're going to say. They already go over it. You know, are you going to tell it? We're going to tell that funny story
Well, I'll
about
go one
you
step.
falling off
So
the
I'll go
ladder?
I'll go one step further. Everyone's so sensitive now. So like on the Oscars or the Academy Awards, when they tell a joke, they actually, if like they're telling a joke about somebody in the audience, they actually run the joke past the person in advance to make sure they're not going to be offended by it. Except for Jada Pinkett Smith. Except for that one, yes.
I hate that about
Yeah.
talk shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious sometimes that it's so scripted.
I stopped watching them years ago because
I stopped
I mean,
watching.
even Jimmy Kimmel does. They all do it. They
Yeah.
set them up and they do their little stand-up thing, or they do their whole. I mean,
Yeah.
they're-
Wait, so who's the other? So it's Jimmy Kimmel and the other guy who looks like Jimmy Kimmel. They look like the same person to me.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Fallon.
Fallon.
They
They're
do
like
not
they're
look
like
alike.
they're like the same, but they're like the same entity to me.
They have the same name though.
Yeah,
I mean,
this-
that's Jimmy.
They have this. They're like the same
that
entity
makes them
to me.
the same.
Yeah, they're like the same entity to me.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to get. Yeah, you're not going to get anything interesting. That's the thing. Like I feel like sometimes when we're on this show and we're asking people questions, that when they're done, or even sometimes they say it, they're just like, well, nobody's ever asked me that, or you know, that's an interesting question, or you know, I've never heard it put like that before. Because
Well, that's
I
because
think
you
the
always
key-
tell them before I ask a question, make sure you say that's an interesting question. No one's ever asked me.
No, you know what? You know what we need? We need a pro golfer
Set
on
that
here,
up.
like a
Yes.
pro golfer, not like a main, you know, because like Justin Thomas, those guys.
No, I don't want
they're-
one of
they're-
those.
No, they're dicks. They won't never come on. But I'm saying like a guy who's like in Q school or
Ted-
just who's like
Ted-
semi-famous.
I'm in right now. I'm talking to Justin Thomas's people, and you just fucked it up.
Justin
Thank you.
Thomas, yeah.
I want
Ted doesn't want him.
Frankenstein
Yeah.
on the monster.
Justin Thomas.
Frankenstein, are you good with that? So here, I'll tell you a funny story.
Is that really your penis?
Less
What about that arm?
less than a month ago, I've been in contact with Barack Obama's people.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, would that be the greatest thing to ever to talk to him?
Yeah. Well,
That-
mean,
I
but
don't
why-
care what anybody
I mean,
says.
Why wouldn't
That'd
he?
be fucking
Why
badass.
wouldn't he? Why
That would
wouldn't
be
he?
amazing.
That would be
Well-
amazing.
well,
You guys
why
ever
wouldn't
seen
he?
him on Bear Show?
Yeah.
The Chicago Bears,
No, Bear. The what's his name?
Bear Grylls.
Yeah. Do you ever see? He was on Bear Grylls.
I just made that up. I have no idea who that is.
No, Bear Grylls. He's a guy
I've
who goes
heard
out in the wilderness. He eats like all the food. He eats like
Yeah.
He ate Barack Obama.
No, he eats like food out in the wilderness. But yeah, he's like a
Guess he's not
survivalist.
coming
Is
on.
that his last name? Grills.
Grill. It's like
Yeah.
GRYLLS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I forgot to.
Okay, so you know what I'll say to that? Big fucking deal. We had on who's the guy we had on? Jason from Alderleaf Wilderness College. Yeah, he could out Bear Grylls.
Oh, I'm not doubting that.
I
I'm
found
just
that
saying,
very
it was a good show.
educational.
How about Lionel Richie?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie responded to one of my social media posts today.
Prove it.
Ooh.
I can't. I'm trying to find. I'll find
I'm
it.
just
But
teasing
yeah,
you, I know.
But yeah, he actually responded. So I'm excited. But yeah, I love Jason from the Alderleaf Wilderness.
It actually
College.
made me want to go take one of those courses.
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool. A week to get better at because I mean there's going to be an apocalypse, whether it's
Right, we
zombie
need to be ready.
or aliens or somehow Ted wins the presidency or the lottery or
That's why I'm drinking my zombie
anything.
dust right now.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
Just in
See?
case.
But yeah,
Fitting.
I feel
Zombie
like
dust,
like
yeah.
in a controlled way, learning how to be better at living outside, and having the ability to walk away when it just becomes too hard and I start crying.
Underground bunker.
I don't think they teach you that. But yeah. So actually, Jason sent me something, and he's like, "When you guys coming out, and when you guys gonna do something?"
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd like to do a course like that, like say like
Yeah,
a
go up to
3 week-
Washington
Yeah,
and-
just like go in the woods
No,
for
not
like
3
5
weeks.
days.
No.
Not 3 weeks, like a few days. Just
5
just
days.
Go out there. Yeah, I mean,
That would be.
I would actually-
I could
I
not
would-
do that with Matt. I'd be able to do it because I'm an outdoor person.
Oh, you're way
So-
more outdoorsy than Ted.
I know. I couldn't do it with you. You said
You know how many girls said
You're
that?
an
Nice.
avid. You're an avid indoorsman.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a hardcore. No, but I mean, if I had someone, I mean, I would assume that once you show extreme incompetence, I'm going to get some help out of it, right? I mean, like if I keep fucking it up, you're going to do it for me, and I can just,
Oh, I see.
I don't enjoy the fire, right? But no, I would try. I think I'm much better at trying things than I was before. Yeah.
You know, he's a good guest. You ever heard of Jocko Wilniak? He was like the former Green Beret leader of like SEAL Team 5, but he's written like 3 books on like leadership. And he's
Interesting.
like
Did
he's
you
like a
read any of them?
motivational speaker. No, I just saw his picture. He's an impressive looking guy. Yeah, but I mean to get that guy in the show, he's actually like a real, he's not like a Tony Robbins. He's actually like a real life motivational
But you don't know
speaker.
that. You just saw it on Wikipedia that he wrote 3 books.
No, I actually saw him. I saw him on a couple of YouTube videos and perused his
All right, Jackie's got another question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
please.
yeah, this is for you, Matt. 100 episodes and counting. Over the course of 100 episodes, the show has had lots of ups and downs. But recently, there's been a consistent ebb and flow because you were not employed. Now that you are gainfully employed, does this mean that you'll have fewer distractions with more time to be creative and focus on the show?
Wait, are you saying that being unemployed has given me less distractions?
Yeah, wouldn't it be
Or
the
more
opposite? Wouldn't it be
distractions.
the opposite
It's
if you're
the
employed?
ADHD.
But now you got a job. You're like, great. Now I'm employed. I can work on the show.
Dude, how much pornography can you even look at? I mean,
See, that's how. See what I mean? Now you can't look at all that. Now you got a
all
job.
that. How long? It's 30 seconds twice a day. Well, 4 times a day, but whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how the job is going to end up. I honestly don't. I mean, I could be very distracted. I could be not distracted. I could get fired immediately. I have no idea.
Tomorrow's a mystery.
Yeah. I honestly feel like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say.
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, I cannot say whether I'd be more distracted or less distracted, but I bet I have more school stories again. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm going to say you should not talk about your job,
Why not?
and you should not tell anybody at school. Obviously,
So
that
it's
you
like
do
fight.
this.
It's like Fight Club. You just can't talk about. You just don't talk about it. Whatever.
But if I
It's a
spend hours.
Catholic. It's a Catholic school, man.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Catholics love all sorts of stuff, right?
I know.
Yeah. I mean, there's tons of stuff to talk about with Catholics.
Sure.
I mean, they nailed a guy to a fucking cross. What can't you talk about? I mean, Jesus Christ. Honestly, they
Well,
nailed.
Catholics
listen,
didn't do that.
Their
It
whole
wasn't the
thing.
Catholics.
That's a tough way to go.
Yeah, their whole
Pontius
thing
Pilate
is,
wasn't a Catholic. I don't think Catholicism was invented.
Wait,
then.
didn't they
Was,
nail
no,
Jesus to a
was
cross?
Pontius Pilate, wasn't he like the mayor of Rome or some shit like
But
that?
no,
Wait, I thought that was a bar we went to in Florida.
Dude, that'd be a cool name of a bar. Pontius
Catholicism
Pilate.
came way later, way later than Jesus.
Oh, I have no idea, but yeah, I feel like they're open to all
You wrote a
sorts
book
of stuff.
about religions. You know this.
I did. I wrote a very good book about religion. One of these days, I got to get that out there too. I'm gonna Scott Sigler that thing. I think I'm just gonna throw it out there for free and see what happens.
See if there's any takers.
Yeah,
You have to do the live read, right?
yeah. Well,
You
I
gotta
would
read
Yeah,
it,
I would narrate it for
Yeah.
absolutely for sure, without a doubt, without an absolute doubt.
All right, so the show will carry on even though you're employed because it did before.
Yeah, I worked.
But
God,
it-
you know what? It makes me sound like a
but
bum.
I'm thinking
Right, yeah.
It's going to get better.
Boom, right there.
Yeah, it really makes
This-
me sound like
the-
a
This
bum.
is the airing of the grievances.
Jackie, the show suffered when he was not employed because he was so distracted. He had so much time on his hands.
I feel like I hyper focused, but yeah, you know what? You know what's funny when I
We'll
was
see. Well,
at the
time
end
will
when I was
tell.
teaching, I was always afraid that something we said would get back to school.
Oh yeah, some of the stories you told.
Yeah, because Dave and Julia from school were both on the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so it's one
I
of the
like
reasons.
Julia.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't talked
That's
to
so
her
long
so
ago.
long.
God.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh.
She'd be good. She'd be a good guest again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like one of the people that bound us together passed
Was
away.
she the one
and, yeah.
breastfeeding on the show?
She, no.
There was one breastfeeding on the show that one time.
Oh, that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Anissa.
Yeah, Nissa.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she actually. Yeah, she was working there too. Yeah.
Julia was actually in person, wasn't she?
Yeah, Julia
Yeah.
came in. Julia and Dave both came in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. But yeah, screw you, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Another question is, so we've found out from you that many times the guests think that this is going to be a video. You know, what's the craziest thing a guest has done that while they were being, while they were on video, thinking
we've
they were
seen,
actually
right?
that we've that
Because
you
we
guys
do
have
everything
seen.
on a Zoom, and it's just
Right.
an internal thing. It's not external, so no one else can see it but us.
I don't know.
So whenever we have a guest on, everyone listening to the podcast can hear.
Yeah.
But when we're with the guest, we can see the guest.
I don't think anybody did anything really crazy. I mean,
Nothing
Yeah,
comes to
no,
mind.
Boogaloo Shrimp did. That was the weirdest thing.
That was
Boogaloo
pretty
Shrimp,
weird.
just so everyone knows, he was sitting at a desk, and it was a dark room,
yeah.
and right to his back was a big window, right?
Yeah.
Because there were big drapes closed. And a couple of different times, he would lean back away from the mic and open the drapes and peer outside to see. And we
Something.
but he wouldn't acknowledge that he was doing that. He'd just be in the middle. He'd talk and he'd kind of fade away from the mic, and he's like, "Hey, I'm like, oh," and he's looking out the window for something.
Yeah. I think
That
think-
was weird.
Yeah, I think he didn't spot any of the aliens, so he was each time. Each time was fine. But yeah, that was a little weird. I mean, but most guests are just pretty laid back. I mean, nobody really does anything super weird.
No.
I mean, a couple of guests turned the video off, which I always thought was
we don't see them.
Yeah.
A few times, 3 times maybe.
yeah. So I that didn't really. I mean,
The independent party guy of California had that.
Yeah.
Oh, he had his video off?
He had his
we didn't
video
see
off
him,
the
yeah.
entire time. Yeah. So, and it could have just been a connection thing, or he didn't know what was going on. I mean, we had a woman.
Not everybody actually knows how to turn the video
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he was older too, so I mean, he was
Yeah,
an older
yeah.
gentleman. So.
Yeah, there was a woman who ran a UFO outpost thing at the top of some mountain.
Oh yeah,
She
she didn't have hers on.
No, different person.
She never came on.
She never came on.
Yeah.
She never came on because she said, and I don't know how to hook up my phone, so we just did it through Zoom. It was just so much easier. Plus, we could see. And she said she didn't do that computer stuff. Actually, 3 or 4 guests don't do that computer
Yeah.
thing. So if you do it through the computer and not over a telephone, you can't do it. I won't do it. And I was like,
Because they're
Okay.
worried about.
I don't know, man. I just
Something,
don't
yeah.
think they were able to do, physically do it. Yeah. And then, we had 2 guests that dicked us on the.
I was going to say, how many no-shows were there?
The torture museum woman never got.
Yeah.
We saw her, and then it was over with.
Yeah. And then the guy who forgot, the film guy
Yeah,
who forgot.
fuck him.
Yeah. I just.
Did he said he would do it again, or
Yeah. He said he
He thought it was on the wrong day.
Yeah. He said he no. He just said he straight forgot.
Oh.
Yeah. He said he straight forgot, and then he's like, "Let's set it up," and I'm like, "It's that horse."
That ship sailed.
That horse-
That ship sailed.
That
Wait,
horse sailed.
didn't you have the woman that showed up
That shit.
at the studio the day before?
That horse
Oh,
shipped. That horse she got shipped out on a sail.
Oh, yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
The astrology chick.
She showed up the day before,
Sue.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Your doorbell was ringing.
Oh my god.
and then she still came back the next day.
She
Next day.
came back the next day. She was so great. She was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. That was the show Anissa was on.
Yeah, she's really nice.
Yeah. She made us the cookies.
Oh yeah, because Anissa was really into astrology.
Yeah,
That was.
Oh yeah, she reads the whole thing. Yeah, it was
Yep.
really cool. She actually. The funny thing is Sue, and I can't remember her last name, but she follows us pretty religiously. So.
Yeah, no, she was fun. I like
Or not
her.
religiously, but astrologically.
Astrologically.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think the only last questions kind of go together, but the listeners want to know where you find all your crazy stories, and they want to know if most of the stuff is just made up.
No, 100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go Google any of this stuff. Anything that I talk about is 100% absolute.
Truth is stranger than fiction, right?
It's you cannot make this stuff up. I read a story the other day where some scientists did a study that said bees are unhappy. Bees are unhappy in hives built by people. When you make what do they call it? Beehives is not. What do they call it? A bee. What does a beekeeper make? Like a I don't know. I can't even think of it now. Bee fucking thing.
Yeah.
Where bees live.
Like an
Well, wherever they live, it's a
artificial,
hive.
artificial
Honeycomb
hive,
or
yeah.
whatever.
A bee-
Yeah.
a
Those
bee condo.
boxes, you mean?
Yeah. Bee
Yeah.
box. A bee box.
Right.
It's a bee box.
It's a hive. They
So
call
like
it
to
a
shut
hive.
off your water.
Yeah, I think it might
made
just be called a
It's
hive.
called a hive.
So some scientists somewhere, and this just came out like less than a month ago, that they did a study, and you tell me how, because it didn't say it in there, that they found that bees are less happy in man-made hives than they are when they make their own.
Maybe they're less productive.
No, I could see that.
What about those ant farms then? Remember those ant farms you bought as a kid with the little gel thing?
Basically slavery, Ted. Ant slavery.
So
Right.
the ants must have been
Where
miserable.
all the ants always either died or
So the ants were miserable.
escaped.
Remember you'd buy the ant farm from a science store, but then you have to order the ants themselves, and they
Yeah.
would ship the ants to you. And then you put the ants in.
Does anyone
and
know
they
a
would-
human that did that?
I did.
Oh yeah, I mean, we
You
did
did
it
that?
at
I did that,
school all the
actually.
time. Insect
It was-
lore,
it
you
was
get
kind of cool.
ant farms, you get
Yeah.
butterfly,
Ant farm's
caterpillars
cool.
that become butterflies.
The ant farm's cool.
Wait a minute. How much did I not pay attention
Oh
to?
no, I didn't do it when I was in school. We didn't do stuff like that.
People
We
did
just, but my kids at the child care center, they did that. We all the time. Yeah,
They were subjected to unhappy ants?
ants and caterpillars that turn
uncles,
into.
aunts, uncles? Do you ever see those? What
You
about
don't bring
those,
the creepy uncles
What
around
about
now.
those seahorses you could buy?
Yeah. What
Oh,
was it
yeah.
called? That was the first one. Yeah. So you,
yeah.
but it would come. You would actually. So you didn't have to order it, but like you buy the whole kit, and then you would actually just like open it and then like put it in the water, and then have little magnifying glasses on the little aquarium, and they would become the seahorses. I can't remember what the name
Those
was.
weren't alive, right?
They were alive.
Yeah, they were.
They
They
were
were
alive.
like a shrimp.
They were like-
They were
Steven
like a
Steven had
crustacean or
one.
something.
He
They were like
named it Yao Ming.
They were like microscopic organisms.
Yeah.
Was it 7 feet tall?
Yeah.
It was tiny.
Yeah. No, you have to
ironic.
look, but they were alive. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so they come in a box. They come in a bag, a little pouch.
Yeah, a little
and
pouch.
they're alive in a pouch.
No, it's like you have to reconstitute it in the
Yeah.
water, but then
You
it would come alive.
reconstitute
And then it
Yeah.
does. And then it does.
Yeah.
does not make any sense.
Yeah.
No,
it's the most popular thing. I can't think.
bullshit.
No, I can't think of the
Yeah,
name. It was
absolutely.
like seahorses.
How
but
the fuck?
I'm gonna Google it. I'll find out what it was.
We
They
just
were in the
get
back
to
of all the
Wikipedia?
comics and stuff, dude.
Yeah, for
Actually,
years.
they had
back
X-ray
in the
glasses
70s.
in the back of comics. How could something live in a pouch and then you dump it in water and it lives? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's been around for decades.
Yeah, it's not.
When you put Uncle Pete in a pouch, and then you throw him in the pool 3 weeks later.
Wait, what about Baby in the Corner?
He coming
He
back.
just reconstitutes.
All right, we got to wrap this up because we have gifts.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrapping up,
I have no more questions.
we have gifts to exchange.
All right, so a couple of people we didn't mention, and I want to real fast before we get out of here. Travis from the American Prohibition Museum. You guys remember him?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was great.
and he was in South Carolina, right?
Atlanta, Georgia. Same thing, though.
Close.
Same thing. Jorge Avalos from Operation Comfort. If you guys are thinking about donating to a charity and you haven't yet for the holiday season,
Oh, that was a guy. Yeah.
yeah, he's down in San Antonio. Go ahead and just get on there. He helps the veterans. You know,
Yeah, he was a wounded veteran himself, right?
yeah, he was a wounded veteran. Do that. Derek and Sonia from North Shore Distillery. Unfortunately, you weren't on that one. Steve was on
Right.
that, but they were great. I'm trying to think of anything else. Brad from the Museum of Clean.
I loved that one.
Was that so much fun? That's what I mean. Like Mark is immediately. I don't know what. Oh yeah, seahorses.
Sea monkeys, sea monkeys.
So that was a guy. Museum of Clean. Mark's 10-minute guest, and he turned out to be really
Yeah.
fun.
I can remember exactly where I was listening
he
to that
was,
one.
yeah.
I mean, the people have so many great stories, and it's just once they start sharing those stories, it's so much fun. I always think about again, like Johnny B. Every story is funny and entertaining if you make it that way. Genevieve from the Funeral History Museum, she was awesome. Henrik Fexius, I'm saying it right, and then the people from two of my favorite people, I think, were Robert Walters. Margaret Elizabeth from the Green Party and Dr. James Rex from the Alliance Party, the third party people.
Yeah.
I love them. Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
It was just, I'm telling you, man, I'm voting for the first time, and I'm going way off script. I'm doing that. All right, Teddy, last thought.
Yes, I do have a last thought, actually. So if you are an insomniac and don't want to use sleeping pills such as Lunesta or want to die or want to die a painless death, then my advice is watch Dinner with Andre.
I love that you crack yourself up.
Right.
You
He
knew
can't
you were
even
gonna
finish this.
say
He laughed so hard.
I know. He knows he's going to say it, and it's still funny to him.
He's giving it to Mark, the Wikipedia write up of Dinner with Andre.
It's like a gentle death. You just like
And
it's
yes, it is the guy
it's
from
like
Princess
it's like
Bride.
getting smothered.
Oh, Sean Wallace.
Yes.
He is, man, he's only in that movie for a little bit, but he is so goddamn funny.
Wallace Shawn.
Wallace Shawn. Yeah, he is awesome. All right, Mark, last thoughts. And if you mention Dinner with Andre, I killed Ted.
I mentioned drinking with Ted.
That's as bad as drinking with
So
dinner.
show 101, right?
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Man.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Jack.
My Dinner with Andre. Let's talk about it more.
Wow. I'm. It's a lot of time we spend together. A lot of time we spend on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Ted's right. It's about time we get compensated. Now that Matt's working.
Is this like a common law marriage at this point? I need half.
I want half, Eddie. Eddie, I want half.
So we do a show a week.
Yep.
There's 52 weeks in a year. Sometimes we got to do 2 shows
Yeah, we do.
if there's holidays, so we'll do 2 shows in a week. But the thing that Matt and Ted were talking about last week at the bar, where maybe you were talking about it, how we've pretty much never missed a show. Like Matt and Ted have never missed a show. Ted had COVID and he did it Zoom.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
awesome.
that's
But
right.
we had a guest, and Steve was here, and what's his name from Illuminated Brew Works was here.
Oh, yeah?
Not Jason, the other guy, the other owner. Anyway, so they were here, but Ted was on Zoom. That was
yeah, he
fun.
was. That was a lot of
I've
fun.
missed maybe 3 because I had to go to Michigan for something and do something else.
It's
But
because you're a traitor. It's okay.
not a traitor. I wasn't on another show.
That's all right. I forgive.
He's on the cheese podcast.
I forgive you.
But I didn't miss because I was sick, or I mean, you know what I mean. We've all been sick, but we've never missed a show.
Yeah, I did 101 in a row.
Yeah.
101 in a row.
It's like
Yeah.
99 bottles of beer on the wall plus 2.
Well, let's just put it this way: we've never had to cancel the show.
No, you know what?
Knock on
Right here,
wood.
I'll tell a funny story. Teddy and I did a show, and it honestly, it was just him and I. It was when we were in between people, right? And man, it was, Teddy, you remember this? It was just the worst. It got into like, I don't know what we were talking about. It was terrible. And I literally, about 30 minutes in, I hit stop. I said, Teddy, go home, come back tomorrow. Let's try it again.
So that's the answer to why you kept searching for a third idiot, that question.
I think I'm telling you, man, I think you have to have, and think about how different Mark and Ted and I are. Okay? Think about the different things that we think about and talk about and the different things we say. I think you have to have, if you don't have different people doing this, like if you have just the same people,
Same
like,
banter over and over
yeah,
again.
like I think of some very famous ones. They'll pretty much have the same concept. They're very wealthy. They're all actors. They all hang out with the same people. They all do the same things. Where's the fun in that? It's just three guys. It's the same three guys.
Yeah, what's that called? Like the feedback loop. So if everyone just gives the same feedback all the time, then it kind of reinforces what your alleged belief system is.
Right. And I honestly believe that you guys think I know for a fact that you guys think different than I do. No, and I like that. No, I'm serious. There's so many times that we'll be sitting somewhere and Mark will be like, "Yeah, that shit you said that was wrong." I was like, "Hey man, it wasn't wrong to me." And he's like, we have it out, right? We just talk it out. And I know most
you're
of
stupid.
Mark's right and we're wrong. That's all you need to know.
Because you're a poopy head.
Exactly.
yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm big, you're small. Yeah, I'm smart, you're dumb. Yeah, I get it. But I
love that
I
movie.
think, yeah, I know that's an awesome movie. But I think you got to have that. I think it's the differences that make it fun. That's what the different viewpoints. Because somebody asks, like, why do you have this guy on? Why do you have that guy on? I'm like because they're different and they're fun. Yeah, and I'm like, and I always tell anybody who sends us anything shitty, they always say, I always say, don't fucking listen, just change the channel. Don't send a letter. Don't tell me you hate me. Don't tell me you think that this is wrong and you shouldn't say this about that. Just don't fucking listen. I'm completely okay with it. We have like 50,000 people who listen every week, which is impossible to
Are
me.
you really up to 50,000?
50,000.
Thank you, listeners.
Yeah. I mean, it's insanity. So it's okay if you don't like it. I don't mind. There's plenty of shit I don't like. Okay? But I like the things I like. I like the things I like a lot.
What
Jackie,
about the voodoo that you do? Okay.
So well.
Just grateful to be here for the end of the year show again. I thought it was fun. A little changing up of who's doing what. I don't know.
You know we're never doing that again.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's probably not going to happen.
There's no fucking way on God's green earth that Ted, and this will be my last. Well, I got two. Ted will never do movie mention again. In fact, Ted is not allowed to mention any movies ever again.
As long as you're alive.
Like 2 movies.
As long as you're alive.
There's 2 movies Ted has seen in his lifetime.
I spit on your grave.
I spit on your grave.
That's not true.
And My Dinner with Andre. And he saw them both. He saw them both when he was like 8.
He did not see this movie.
No, he never
He
saw
did not see this movie, dude.
Mark, you're so sure of yourself,
So he only
aren't
saw
you?
one movie.
You're so sure of yourself, Mark. You do sound pretty convincing, though. I mean, I'm almost convinced I didn't see the movie either. Now that I heard you.
Oh, man.
Okay, you know what?
I got to tell you, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Ted, all I want you to do is one thing.
He actually, you know what's funnier about this whole thing is he actually printed the Wikipedia page in color.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was work, right?
like 7 pages.
Not even back to back.
This is actually the last page is not part of the Wikipedia. That's a whole separate thing.
Oh my god.
That's just porn sites, Ted.
Oh, you wrote that? Okay.
No, I didn't write that.
No. Somebody else wrote it.
That's something else wrote that. I stole that idea. I stole it and pretended it was my own.
Oh my!
Because that's America.
There's a word. There's a
that's
word
America.
for that.
Oh man,
That's called Apple.
Teddyism.
dude, you are just too much. All right, so listen, we had a year of great shows, okay, and I will tell you this, one of my buddies who has listened like from beginning to end, and one of the things he said is he goes this last year, and he goes and every show you've done recently is just so much better. I mean, you guys are just doing it right, and he goes every one is better than the one before, and even if you got to dump a guy or you have some whatever it is, he's like it's just getting better, and I would agree. I feel like this is just so much fun to do that it's weird. It's weird that I'm talking into a mic because I feel like I'm just sitting at the bar,
Yeah, just hanging out.
bullshitting and hanging out.
Joe, just keep going down the rabbit hole. And just how far you go before you reach China, right?
That's Alice in Wonderland. Ted hasn't seen that movie either.
Now that's a good movie to see.
All right. So listen, we're gonna post some stuff. Oh, we did the Christmas story.
Yeah.
Of the Real Three Idiots present a not so good Christmas. It's about 10 minutes. It's a great story.
It's pretty good.
So enjoy it. We will be back on Tuesday, January 2nd, to do the show. Hopefully, I'll be working then. And then we've got some really cool guests coming up in the next coming weeks, and upcoming weeks and stuff. And we'll have Christmas stories to talk about, and maybe I'll have some school stories to talk about. So it's super exciting. Listen, we love everybody. Check us out on social media. Keep sending us your tips, things, and keep sending us all your stuff and updates. And I will look for them, I promise. And you know what?
go to our website.
Oh yeah, voteforted.com.
And thereal3idiots.com.
Thereal3idiots.com.
With the number 3.
Yeah.
So the number 3 idiots.com. Go to the website because we're not getting a lot of visitors on there. And I'm going to try and update it like every week.
Yeah.
So it's my slow time of the year work season, so I got more time to spend on the website.
Yeah, and there's a little thing that pops up that says you have a question. Ask anything. Literally.
The website is actually the easiest way to do that.
Yeah. Ask anything.
You know what? Because we're better than your parents. We'll give you the real answer. We'll give you the answer that you need. There's the answer that you want to hear. Then there's the answer that you need to hear.
Oh, there you go.
That's why you need to listen to us.
Oh, man. You know what?
All right.
And you know what? Check out the website and make some suggestions.
Or if you want
too.
to live in denial,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have to ask us.
I want that website to be user-friendly.
Yeah, make some suggestions like
User-friendly in a way that informative. Like, what do they want to know? We could post pictures. We could do something on there. We could sell
okay,
stuff.
so just more naked pictures of women just on there.
Well, that's
This
a
is-
locked page. It costs money to get on that.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, whatever works. All right. Listen, we love you guys, and we'll see you guys in 2024.